What's up with you there?
I'm good. I'm happy. Anytime I'm somewhere with you and you get annoyed real easy, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a fun night.
Oh, yeah.
When you get annoyed, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. I'm always fucking annoyed. You know what I'm saying? We got to torture me with Barkley Rob and fucking $10,000 tickets and, I gotta put up with this shit on a Monday that I'm trying to relax and look at that statue of Google that has been on there. It's been on fucking Google for 2 fucking hours. Okay? Plus, I've been getting email. I set up that computer.
Oh, yeah.
My wife told you.
Yeah.
I got 8 emails from Google. Like, we got your email. We discovered. You know what? I wasn't even looking for that fucking email. I didn't give a Beauty and the Beast. I give a fuck if it disappears.
Oh, yeah.
And the old church one on Google, that could disappear too at this point.
Well, that
disappeared. They all disappeared on me.
They don't disappear. They just get logged out and then you have to log back in. You say
and then
things
I forget the login, so fuck it. I'm done.
You just create a new email
Once
address.
I forget the login, dog, you're done. I don't even know how to put my Twitter and my Facebook on the big computer because I don't have a login information.
What do you mean? Like it's not. I don't even know how that's possible. Like I had to get logged back into YouTube. So that's your wife and I were going back and forth for like an hour today trying to figure it out. That's probably all the emails you got. But like I don't understand how you lose. I forget my password 8 times a day.
When I set up a password, I get high.
Yeah.
Okay. When I'm setting up all that shit, I'm high.
So just hit forgot password.
And I get what?
So just hit forgot password.
And then it starts a whole new thing. And then you got to send your email, and they send it back, and click the button. And I got to click it back now. I'm not. It's just I can't.
You just start a new email address every time?
What's that?
You just start like a new email address every time?
I just start everything new. I don't touch it. Once it disappears, I start a new one. Then I go back, and they're like, you already have like 9 accounts. It's fucking hilarious. I got like 3 IMDb accounts.
Are you paying for all of them?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea who pays for these. It used to send me a note like, hey, you got 30 days to pay. They just gave up. They just stopped.
What do you do?
SAG disappeared. SAG-AFTRA disappeared on my computer. Just disappeared. And then I tried to put it on my laptop, and I went through all that shit. Send us this. What's your firstborn? What's your favorite ice cream? They must have asked me 10 of my fucking secret codes. You know? Yeah. They ask you, like, your favorite ice cream. What was your first dog's name? And I put the dog's name and it's wrong. And I'm like, God damn it. That's the only dog I had when we came from Cuba. Hercules. Nah, wrong. And then you're sitting there scratching your head. I got nobody to call. I got no mother. I got no father. I got no grandfather to ask what the name of that fucking dog was. So I'm fucked. I just lose the account.
That's amazing.
Or if not, they throw you with pick the 6 trailers. Now I got to pick fucking 6 bicycles. That shit never works. And I got to go back again. I hit the trailers, it zips out. And then they hit you with a different one. Pick the flower pots. Okay, I picked the fucking flower pots again. I'm done. I don't have the patience for this shit.
No.
Now I post them on Instagram and a thing comes up. Do you want to post it on Facebook? Listen, if I want to go to Facebook, I would have been on Facebook. I don't want to post this on Facebook. I want to post this on Instagram. I got whole different shit I post on Facebook because Facebook and Instagram are different to me.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I got idiots from grammar school following me on Facebook and family people and like fucking retards. On Instagram, they're all retards. So I can just go off.
It's a different form of retard.
Yeah, it's a different form of retard. But on my Facebook page, I got goofy people, like, you know, just goofy fucking people, like from grammar school and high school, and they ask me stupid questions from time to time. I don't mind. But it's too different. Twitter, I don't know what they are anymore.
It's X.
Whatever the fuck. I don't even know what Twitter is. Who's on Twitter? What's on? The only one I know.
Terrible people.
Ookie Spooky.
Is she still on Twitter? Good for her.
Yeah, she's still on Twitter, but I don't know the rest of these. These people are fucking crazy all over. Listen, something happened to the internet during the pandemic. The pandemic hit us March 17th. They closed everything down.
Around then, yeah.
By May, something had happened on the internet. I think people being at home for 2 months, something happened, and we've never recovered it. There's just a lot of people on there, just, I don't know, like just fucking talking stupidity. And you see it, and you go, you know what? I don't know what's going on. I go on there in the morning, the first stupid thing I do, I shut it down and go on DraftKings. That's it. I swear to God.
How long do you last? Like 8 minutes? Like not even?
15. I told you, bro, my record this week, I spent 46 minutes a day on the computer.
Damn.
That's my all-time lowest record. I'm done.
That's crazy.
I got no pages to look at. That's why. I got nothing to look at.
You can look at Google. That's
yeah,
about
I
it.
go to YouTube. I look at what happened with the Gambinos, the club. Joe Rogan is hiding fucking this. It's just YouTube is garbage. The front page of YouTube, it's I don't even know. And you click on the podcast and there's a guy in his basement, and you're like, what the fuck, guy? The picture looked good. Mm-hmm. But I click on it, it's like, hi, we're coming to you with a fucking bowl haircut. The mob guy with a bowl haircut. Hi, I'm in my living room. No shit. I can tell you on the Empire State Building.
Oh my God.
It's fucking insane. And every day there's on the front page of YouTube, they're either torturing Bert. They just hate Bert, and Bert should just go away at this point. When they start making videos about you daily, that's a problem.
Well, yeah, for both of them. Because it must be because you're clicking on them and thinks you want to see like comedy TMZ stuff.
No, I don't want to see anything.
I know you
I click onto music. So I go on that front page because maybe there's something that I haven't listened to. Maybe there's just a couple days ago I fucking put on Santana.
Oh, yeah?
I saw Santana, Braxis was on it. Because I have a playlist. It just develops a playlist on YouTube of all the shit you listen to over the years. Mm-hmm. So every once in a while I'm like, I got to listen to something else. So I go to the front and I'll find like a live concert or something. I'll go on that. And that'll break up the monotony. But I don't read nothing.
Right.
I don't read anything. Okay, there's no reason to read shit. I read messages. If you send me a message and it's halfway decent, I'll read it. If it's, I was getting these messages of these people that they have proof that what's his name, got killed. And I'm sitting there every morning like,
who cares?
What can I do? The guy from Nirvana. He got killed. They have proof. It's about to bust. The truth is going to come out. We want you to be a part of it. Listen. Why? What am I, a historian? I don't need to be a part of this shit. Joe Diaz broke the news.
I'm Kurt Cobain.
I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I really don't want it. I don't need it.
No, I don't.
I get shit, guys, that would. There's days my wife comes down and she knows. She's like, "What's going on?" I go, "You have no idea. You just have no idea the shit people send me and what I'm forced to read because I have to give you the benefit of the doubt. I get a lot. Listen, my mother died. I don't know what to do. That's fine. My father died. I got a nephew sick. We'll talk. But you get people that I think they forget I'm 62. I think they forget that I'm a fucking old geezer. I got no teeth. I think they forget that I'm at home.
Yeah, I don't think they forget. I just think they, I don't know if they're crazy or what it is. But, I had some guy today, he was very nice, but he was real sweaty and just came up and just started talking. It was it freaks you out sometimes.
Dog, I had a guy yesterday at the weed store. I went to the weed store. Now, I hate going to this weed store. They have different weed. So I go there. I didn't go from January. I stopped going. I got sick in January, and I go, I don't need to go up there no more. Because every time you go up there, it's fucking craziness. It's in Freehold. I like the weed store. The weed store is phenomenal. What I have noticed the last 3 times I've been there is that business is terrible.
Yeah.
Business is terrible. There used to be lines in there. 3 fucking lines. The last 3 times I've been in there, I've been the first one in the line when I get in there. That's not good. But even with the lower amount of people, you still got fucking lunatics that go in there. I had a woman who came up to me there maybe April, and just talked this crazy shit like I had known her. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Hi, Joey." She goes, "I just got out of rehab." Well, what the fuck are you doing at a weed store? Okay.
It's like that woman who at the haha that time with the bandage around her head that you abandoned me with.
Oh, yeah. No, but this was even crazy.
Really?
This lady came up to me. She's like, "Hi, Joey. I've seen you on Rogan. Nice to meet you. Where do you live?" "Marlboro." "I live in whatever, blah, 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 blah." And right into it. She goes, "I just got out of a rehab on Thursday." I go, "What'd you go to rehab for?" She goes, "Alcohol and pills." All right. And she's like, "Now I got to go home and deal with a husband I don't love."
Nice to meet you.
And I'm like, okay. And she just went on from there and took it like I was a therapist.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, what did I do? Like, what do I have a fucking white jacket on? Like, and this went on for 15 minutes.
You let it go?
Huh?
I can't. I bring up a chewing gum or something, and you let me go for like 8 seconds. You let this woman go for like 15 minutes?
I was trying to be nice. She got out of rehab. She had glasses. I couldn't smack her. You know, you got to be nice to some people and listen to them and hear them out. Some people might tell you something that's interesting. But this lady was telling me everything about her fucking life. And at night, he treats me like a hooker. You know, and I'm like, oh, well, that's... He goes, he treats me like a hooker. It's not even up to me. I'll never forget the conversation.
Jesus.
It's not even up to me. I got out of rehab. He was all over me. I'm like, okay. Can I take your number so I could call you from time to time? I go, listen, I'm married. My wife, you know, she's a fucking animal. Okay.
She'll fucking kill you.
I'll see you again. And okay, that was it.
Jesus.
But Sunday was brutal because it was raining. And this motherfucker pulled up with like a wife beater and like a shirt unbuttoned.
Okay.
And he's like, Joey Diaz, how you doing? And he's just, listen, man, what you talk about is deep, and I can relate to you. You know the Jersey Strong? I'm like, what? And he's like, Jersey Strong and the 79 and the 18. I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, come in there. I'm the mayor of that place. I'll introduce you to anybody you need to know, man. He goes, I know everybody there. Bon Jovi, everybody. You come in there and I'll introduce you. And also I'm looking at him and he went into something else. He's like, my father was into psychedelics and he went into that shit and the fucking phone rang.
Thank God.
And it was Nicky Pork Chops. And I'm like, I'm going to give this motherfucker a bonus. This guy just saved my life. And he's like, oh, hey, you could take that. No shit. I just zipped the window in his face. My whole arm was drenched. From the fucking car was drenched because he wanted to talk.
Oh,
it's fucking raining out. He's out there with drops on his head. Wiping it. It's. And then my neighbor called me the other day. He's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? He goes, I didn't know you were political. And I go, I'm not. He goes, then what's that picture I saw on there? I go, my nephew's helping the guy with the campaign. I took a picture with him. He goes, have you read the comments? They hate you for it. I go, I don't give a fuck. I go, first of all, what we were talking about before, you could sit here every night. You could tell I'm not political. I don't have Trump on here. I don't even know what the vice president's name is. I don't know anything.
Neither does Trump.
And these guys were like, he goes, oh, they were going off, Democrat. I go, because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Because they're idiots. Because they, and I'll do this to them once a year. Last year I came up and went to the projects and took a picture. They went nuts. They went nuts. And they think it bothers me. For me, it's just me fucking with them.
You should make like a fake campaign sign for like someone who's not even running, just to fuck with them. Because like, dude, who can? And your nephew was working for him. I'm sure he's a great guy, but like, who? Like you say, who cares who the president wins? Who cares who the sheriff is? You know, how is that going to change your life at all?
He's going to hit with a different Billy time? You know what I'm saying? He's going to hit you with a rubber one and a wooden one. Listen, it's just people have nothing in their lives no more.
You have to turn into a troll. You have to start trolling people online. That would be so great.
For what?
Just putting up pictures that you know are going to piss people off.
I could do that every day.
I know.
I could do that till the cows come home because I know what gets them. I know what music gets them riled up.
Oh, yeah?
When I play Bush, they lose their mind. I play Bush, they lose their mind. You know, Bush, there's a couple bands that they just fucking hate. And I'll do it just, because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's what I'm listening to that morning. It's not what they're listening to. It's what I'm listening to.
Oh, my God. Have you ever yelled at someone? Because you know me, I don't say anything to anybody. But like a year or so ago, I was in line at like a CVS at Friday at like 8 p.m. And this woman was yelling at the cashier about the COVID vaccine, that they were testing it on kids and doing things. And there was a line, and I was like, miss, it's 7 o'clock on a Friday. Give this guy a break.
7 o'clock?
And she was like, they're doing it, and they're making.
She's been home all day. Then she watched World News Tonight, and that took her to CNN, and that took her to a different dilemma. You know, it's dog between the TV. Think about it. You go from one extreme to the other. And if you're not reading a book, you're just reading shit that's manufactured. Mm-hmm. If you're not reading a book at this point, if you go online, you got to assume it's 50% real. But you got to go in there like that. You have to go in going, whatever I'm about to read, 50% is bullshit.
At least.
Okay? And then if you watch TV, if you put on, like, I know that, I don't know what network it is. I laugh every night. I laugh because my wife tells me this stupid shit. Like, I'm 62 years old. I don't know what the far right is or the far left. And you know what? I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's even better.
I don't need to know. And then I know there's one, CNN is anti-Trump.
Yeah.
And Fox is Trumpy.
Yeah.
Like, really?
CNN and
so the news is going to be right there.
Oh, it's a
right there. Just those two channels. The news is going to come out a little differently. So again, when you watch those two channels, you're in for 50%.
Yeah.
50%, maybe even 40.
At best.
Because they're doing it from a different perspective. It's like when I went on Rogan, I was talking about why I like the singer of Judas Priest.
Okay.
As much as I did, always, because he wrote all those lyrics about fucking and sucking. But while you're thinking about women, he was writing those lyrics thinking about a man.
Oh, yeah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Right.
And that's what you're getting now. But he was doing it because, you know, he was slinging dick. I mean,
right.
Bro, you got to read his book. His book is fucking brutal. Brutal.
What would he do? Just fuck everybody?
Oh, and when he would take you to the cleaners, he busted a guy's O-ring.
What?
He busted a guy's O-ring in Chicago, a designer.
Oh, wow.
Guy had to go to the hospital with a busted fucking O-ring. His asshole looked like fucking
the
Tel
singer
Aviv.
must have been pretty proud of it. Oh my god! I was gonna say that's my favorite. My favorite news is what's happening in Israel today with Joey Diaz. And you just call me like, Yosha, have you seen what Israel's been doing? I'm like, no. And they're ready to fuck people up.
You know, it's like you look at even the other day they have. I called this blind. Nikki told me that 9 people escaped from the ICE thing. Right? And I'm sitting there going, 9 people escaped from Newark at the ICE thing. 2-3 hours later, you know, I smoke my numbers, I eat my little Eddies, I go for my 7 o'clock ride, and I come back home and my wife has 12, New Jersey 12? She was waiting for the weather, and all of a sudden, like, breaking news, you know, 4 people escaped, and there's a protest going on right now. And without even looking at it, I go, let's see where the chubby chick is. Dog.
First one.
The first one, a fat, bald one with a lesbian Nazi thing on her arm, pushing the truck like she was going to push it. Dog, she caught a beating that was so ferocious.
Was it the red truck? I think I saw that. Ran her
over?
That? Yeah.
They ran her over. They picked her back up, punched her in the head. She came running back. Julio.
Oh, my God.
They're punching her. She's like, Julio. Why is there always a fat chick that hasn't gotten dick in 8 years at those protests? They're always chubby.
Yeah.
They always got fucking blue hair. They always want to be like, it's always something. I don't know what it is with lesbians or chubby chicks that run down there to get beat up. I don't know what it is. To get beat up.
Listen, I'm not for anybody getting beat up, but if you stand in front of my car, I'm allowed to hit the gas.
The fucking people in Florida, they did not fuck around. That sheriff said, I'll hit you with the fucking car. If you throw something, we're going to shoot. Your family's going to get notified to where to pick up the fucking remains.
Jesus.
And you know what? Nobody threw nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody threw a fucking thing.
They had a big protest in Albany. I got stuck in traffic for like 15 minutes.
They had a protest everywhere this weekend. Every fucking 2,000 cities. Jesus. Everybody had a protest. Do you see them in L.A.? All our neighbors were out. Half of Studio City was down there. Yeah. This can't happen. No King's Day. You know. Yeah. How about no cock day? If you had cock, you wouldn't be at King's Day.
Yeah, that's every day for them.
That's every day for them.
But I would love to see you. Like, what if you walked in and them writing their signs, like them because they color the signs.
They don't write their signs. They have those people. They pay whoever fucking these or running these fake campaigns. These people that go to these fucking things, they can't even write. They can't, half of them. And the ones in L.A., you could tell. The guy with the flag and the whole thing. He can't fucking write, dog. Those people can't write.
No.
Okay? So it's just a shame what's going on. It's a shame that every fucking June in this country, we have to fucking get into this shit now. Every fucking June. 2 years ago, Floyd. 3 years ago, this. Well, Floyd was 5 years ago. But now you have last year was the Palestinians. Before that, it was the Jews saying that where the fuck are our hostages? Now it's Hamas. Every week is something different. And in New York, they come out.
Yeah.
I mean, and the other night, I'm watching a ICE fucking thing with people dressed as Palestinians. I'm like, how confused are you? Like, they're ICE people. Now you're down there with the towel around their head, fucking yelling and screaming.
Oh.
It's just, I don't.
Did you ever protest anything?
Never.
You ever had an urge? Like nothing Cuban ever got to you?
Not even an urge. One time I went home with a half a fag thing, and my mom shut it down, and she explained why you don't do that. And I never went back out there again. There's no reason to, you're only protesting to get a girl.
Right.
Or to get accepted into your little coffee group.
The hope,
and they cry and shit. Like the first night at ICE I saw when they were in L.A., they beat up a white chick. That chick is a fucking hero in studio. At yoga, when she went to yoga the next day with that black eye, and they were like, what happened?
The neck brace.
You're not going to believe it. I got beat up. And, oh, my God, you're so brave. They eat that shit up. That's what they do. Listen, man, some people smoke pot to be accepted. Some people act like idiots to be accepted. That's what they do. Make believe that they care. The babies. The babies in Palestine. If you were sucking cock, you have no baby. You have your own baby.
Right.
You have your own fucking baby.
Holy shit.
What's up, dog? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I didn't even tell you what happened in Florida. I was going to tell you last week, but we didn't have time. One of our friends down there, I've never done fireworks. Like, I was petrified of it as a kid. I did it for the first time. Within 30 seconds, there were 2 cop cars. I got in trouble. Like, I have like a warning in like wherever I was in like Paradise in Tampa or something. They got real upset. They didn't like it at all.
Who gave you the fireworks?
One of our friends down there.
Steve Simone.
Allegedly. May have found. But they sell it at Target. So I don't really get what the fuck happened. And then they sell them at Target. And I got fucking like sparkler things. He's like, all right, let me give you these. You're going to be fine. And then, dude, I have a video. It blew off and like the cardboard on the top hit me. And I thought I was getting like set on fire. So I didn't see one firework that went off. I didn't see one in the sky. 30 seconds later, there were 2 cop cars driving on the beach. And like I thought I was going to get arrested.
And what they give you a warning for if they're
for
legal?
Fireworks, but they're not apparently. They say they're for agricultural purposes, and I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how you use fireworks in farming, but they're legal, but they're not. So I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, I forgot about that. It was the quickest, dude. In New York, I see people doing crazy shit, and there's no cops to be found. On the beach, I lit off 1 firework for the first time ever, and they treated it like I was going to shoot the president.
30-something years old, you never lit a firework.
No, it was illegal in Massachusetts. And then in California, every Mexican had them. You didn't need to like buy your own, and that was awesome. But yeah,
Chinese people went up to your neighborhood and sold fireworks out of their trunk.
They didn't let Chinese people in my neighborhood. they didn't know. It was
what a shame. What happened to Chinese people? They come into your neighborhood, sell you a fucking, what did you call those things, George? Mats. A mat. A mat was when you got 144 of them.
Fireworks?
Fuck yeah, 144 packs like a fucking, and when you got froggy, you lit the whole thing on fire.
Oh, yeah.
If you had balls, they were like $90. You're like, fuck it, I'm going for it. Because you buy a mat just to sell them.
Oh, okay.
Like you could probably sell them, half of them, and keep them.
Oh, so you could like rip it or something?
Yeah.
Or like take pieces of it? Oh, okay.
No, because it's like a kilo of Coke, but when you cut it open, it's got all the packages individual, like 5 packs, 20 pack, whatever the fuck is in there.
Oh yeah, I've never do you remember that football player Jason Pierre-Paul has like a fucked up crab hand now because he blew up his hand doing I've been scared of fireworks my whole life.
Not me.
No, you like them? I have never knew you did fireworks.
Well, oh yeah, I do fireworks. I go to a fucking,
you have a backyard. Why do you do fireworks?
I go to a, what do you call them? Alcoholics Anonymous. I go to a Fireworks Anonymous meeting. You did fireworks? No, it was a kid's thing. They come to your neighborhood, you buy a pack of firecrackers, you light them, and then you like other shit. You like the bottle rockets.
I never did those either, like in just shooting them at people?
Oh, yeah. You put them in a bottle and you shoot them at people, or you break the stick.
Okay.
And those are called something completely different, off color, which you can't say anymore. You light them on fire, and they just spin around in circles.
Oh, damn.
It would bounce off a wall. Without the stick, that thing goes crazy. There's no navigation system.
Did you ever get hit?
No, but we shot them at people. And then you had Roman candles, which you would shoot at people.
Fuck.
And they were like $40 when we were kids for a stick. They were expensive. Then you had M80s, and like 8 of those is a stick of dynamite, right?
Is that the stuff like people would put into like mailboxes and blow them up?
Boom, with a frog's mouth and shit.
Oh, you put them in a frog's mouth?
I don't know.
Allegedly.
I've never done that stupid shit, but kids do it.
Yeah.
Like in places where there's not much to do.
Right.
Except blow up a frog.
Oh, I don't want to blow up a frog, but I do. I like lighting shit on fire. I do.
Oh, me, I'm an arson by fucking nature. I love all that shit.
They have places like where you can like, shoot guns or stuff. I'd like to like go to like an abandoned house and like just light it on fire and get to watch.
Well,
Can you imagine?
That's a living.
What's a living? Lighting houses on fire?
Yeah, for people. So I'm gonna light your house on fire. You study it, the fucking what burns, what doesn't burn, how they still get the insurance. That's a good living.
I think I'd get caught immediately.
No, you could wear like a black suit, like one of those little hoods.
Can you imagine? But then it's just gonna be a little chubby me and with like 8 feet of fire behind me. They're gonna see me a mile away.
You'll be fine. You'll run fast once the fire's behind you. Fire always makes you run faster.
Yeah.
So Jews and black people don't like fireworks. It's just
I have no idea.
Or fire. Black people don't like fire either.
I don't think anyone who likes fire.
I could live with it. I could light a fire, but that's what I'm saying to you.
I would love that.
So you got in trouble in Florida with the cops again, and there's a warning. Your name's out down there. Look at you fucking outlaw.
I know. I'm a fucking
fireworks. I should kill you. Fucking fireworks,
dude. That is always whenever anything goes wrong. My first thought is am I like? I hope there's no like issue because if Joey finds out about this in the wrong way, like if I came back with like a firework burn on my head, you would have never let me live it down. Oh my god! Like, and that's why because I freaked out because the cardboard on top of the fireworks flew off and hit me. So I was like, oh no! So that's why I dove. I didn't see one thing. I was like, God, if I have a fucking burn on the side of my head. You're never going to let me live it down. It's not like you'd be worried about me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
A little gunpowder never hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you take the firecrackers and you break them, and you take the gunpowder, and you can make like a line.
Oh, yeah?
And light the gunpowder, and it goes all the way down like in The Crow.
Yeah. I would love to do that.
Fireworks are a lot of fucking fun until you blow your finger off or somebody loses an eye.
Right.
It's like a party ain't a party till somebody breaks something.
Right.
So
fireworks is not a firework until you lose a finger.
It's not till somebody cries, somebody burnt their hand. But when I was a kid, they came around with the picture of the guy with his hand and the skin got blown off his fingers.
Really?
And you could see the bones in his hands and shit.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, sign me up. Sign me up, motherfucker. I'm going to light some of those. They're just fun, kids like them. I mean, I don't like them. Then they have the new things that you light. It's like a helicopter. Because my neighbor had those. You light them on fire and they blow up. Yeah, like 8 feet in the air. Whoopee.
Do you are you going to go on the 4th of July to see fireworks?
Oh my God, I can't wait. That's my favorite part of the year when I sit there and I hug my family and I get a guitar.
Yeah.
And I play get the fuck out of here. I light 3 fucking firecrackers. I go inside of my business. I want to go, woo. Wow. Ooh. Fucking like some fucking idiot. Like I watch fucking, it's like a parade. How many times can you go to a parade? The chick flies off with a sword. Okay. We can leave now.
That's my problem with fireworks is they're the same every year.
Yeah, that's it. It's like we're gonna go up to the Hudson and look at the Hudson at the fireworks. Yeah, okay.
Is there anything that you do like to do?
Not really.
Nothing.
I like to eat.
Yeah.
Smoke dope. Listen to music. Read a book.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
I did see something pretty interesting. I forget if he was talking about it on Rogan or I saw a clip of Rick Rubin talking about the Johnny Cash song that he did, like his last song that he ever did. It was like another rock song. He did a cover of it, but he was like 73. He was in his house and he was like dying. It was pretty interesting. Like I don't know if you don't seem like a Johnny Cash fan.
I like Johnny Cash wrote a song called Rusty Cage.
Okay.
And then Soundgarden redid it.
Oh, I think it's the other way around actually.
Yeah.
That Soundgarden did it first and then he did it. It was like 73. It's pretty like that was pretty interesting. Oh, 9 Inch Nails song? Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
That was badass.
You're gonna show up here with fucked up facts?
I don't.
You're worse than
you
fucking
you
CNN
tell me to
and
fucked
fucking.
up, and then I am supposed to keep facts in my head. I have no idea.
I had a good fucking Father's Day.
Oh yeah.
I had a good week with her. It's when you're a dad, you have good weeks and you have fucking good weeks and you have bad weeks. Whatever. I don't know. I just had a really good week with her. And Father's Day, like what happened? I don't know. She's getting to that. She's done. She's done. That's it. 6th grade is done.
Wow. 7th grade.
Jimmy fucking Florentine's kid graduates 8th grade. When I moved here, he was in the 3rd grade or something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
These kids were in the fucking young kids, man. So it's just really weird that I'm watching her and like she grew again. Not size-wise. She's not growing size-wise, even though she is. What I'm trying to say, like when I talk to her now, I could see that she's older and it's kind of getting a little bit more fun and she makes me laugh a little bit more. You know, yeah, she does. I mean, I swear to God, I can't believe the shit she comes up with.
Oh, I love when she's basically doing stand-up without knowing she's doing stand-up. I love when you get her going and then you let her go and then you tell you like relax.
That's it.
Because she'll go off on you.
She'll
for a
fucking go
while.
off for fucking 20 minutes and sit in the car with after you give her ice cream or something. That fucking shit's like liquid cocaine. They go off. They go off. And if you have 3 girls in the car and they have something sweet, they go off. It's like Chinese people behind you. You just hear fucking blah, 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 and you're like, wow, I can't even keep up with this shit. But it's funny, this morning when I spoke to you, you were talking about how, you haven't spoken to your dad in a while. How long has it been now?
I think it'll be 4 years.
Has anybody heard from him?
Not that I know of. No. Yeah, no, it's very, because I was thinking about it this weekend because it was, it's just Father's Day. And yeah, it's, my dad and I were really close while he was on the podcast. And I'm not, he was unhappy with me because I had spent like a bunch of birthdays with him in a row. And then my girlfriend in Massachusetts, it was our first Valentine's Day. So I was going to spend Valentine's Day with her. And then his birthday is like the 18th. So I was going to go down like the 16th. And he wanted me to come down on that Sunday and spend like Valentine's and the whole week with him. I said, no, I'm going to spend it with and then that was it. Blocked and everything. And you know what? It's sad, but it's something that I've come to terms with. But it's, I brought it up to you today because, what you have with Mercy is beautiful, but I know that there's a lot of people who are going through stuff like that, who cut parents off or the kids. There's a lot of people going through it, I think.
Oh, it's funny that, listen, man, I used to, remember before I left LA, I used to call a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. When I moved here, I didn't feel good. So I stopped calling a few people. I even forgot that I even had to call them. Like, that's how fucked up I was when I got off the plane. And now, it's going to be 5 years, and there's like 4 people I haven't called, and now I can't call them because I'm too embarrassed to call them. Because they're going to go, what the fuck happened? And I got to explain to them,
I think it happens. I mean, did you stop answering their calls or you just...
No, they didn't call either. I mean, one guy called one time and I called him back and we spoke a little bit and he invited me to his house. He was only here for like 2 days and he invited me to his house. He's like, I'm down some shore. It was like an hour and 48 fucking minutes away. And this guy's like, you got to come down here before I leave. Blah, blah. And you came over.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, you want to go down there? You're like, I don't. And I'm like, this motherfucker just drove an hour and a half. I'm not going to put you back in the car to drive an hour 40 and then an hour 40 back.
Right.
And when I called him, I could tell he was pissed off, so I'd moved on. And now it's been fucking 5 years. Like 4 years I haven't spoken to him. And I feel embarrassed, so maybe that's it. You know, after a while, you just get into a groove and you're like, I'll call him tomorrow. I'll call him. When people text me sometimes, I save the text just to remind me to call them.
Okay.
And there's texts on there that I still haven't called. Number two, they're in a different time zone.
Right.
And that's always a pain in the ass for me because I go, okay, I got to call that person at this time, my time.
Right.
And then something happens and you don't call that person. You're like, fuck. Now the day's gone, by the time. I don't like talking to people when my daughter's in the room.
Right.
You know,
don't know
like
what's gonna
nothing
happen.
bothers me more when I call you in the morning and then you call me back in the afternoon when I'm surrounded by people.
Right.
I don't want to do that no more. I don't pick up the call.
Right.
I won't even pick it up.
But there's like, sometimes you get busy and you don't call people back. Like, have you ever, I know your parents aren't here, but like, sometimes you have to decide like, okay, this person's not supposed to be in my life. Like that, it sounds like you just, you get busy and things happen. It doesn't sound like you're like cutting people out.
No, not at all. I love them dearly. It's my old neighbor from Boulder. It's one of my teachers from North Bergen. Haven't spoken to my uncle.
Really?
Since fucking December, maybe. I speak to my cousins. I speak to all my cousins, but I don't speak to my uncle. Because I call him now, he don't answer the phone at night no more. He used to be a late night guy, but now he's 86. He ain't that late no more. So I would try to call him like 11 o'clock here, 8 o'clock. I could catch him. Like last night, I thought about calling him during the baseball game because I know he watches Giants all the time.
Okay.
Win place the show, and they were on last night against the Dodgers. But I got busy.
Right.
It was Father's Day. I got busy with the girls. So that's what happened there. But it's just nothing. I don't pick them.
Right.
It's just, you just fall into the cracks sometimes with people. So you go, I'm embarrassed to even call him now.
I get that for sure. There's a guy, the guy who gave me my first job in LA, one of the sweetest guys in the world, created America's Funniest Home Videos. And I fucked up when I got my next job. They had like a board that you could post at the college I went to. And I posted it, and this guy is like an alumni, like a trustee at this college, and he found out I was leaving his company before I could tell him, and I could tell that it hurt his feelings, and I just haven't, like for years, I should have written him a letter, and just because he was great to me, but like, yeah, when the more time goes, you get like self-conscious about it.
You really fucking go, what the fuck am I doing? And you feel bad. And then some people hit me up on Facebook, and I'll ask their number right away. And I'll call them, shit like that. I like to hear, like, I haven't spoken to Rick Ramos.
No?
6 months. And I'm like, fuck, I got to call that motherfucker. We got to talk about De Niro's new movie.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk about shit. Every time I see Midnight Run, I'm like, motherfucker. But I know he goes to bed early. He's in Arizona. So if it's 7 here, it's 5 over there.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck. Like, I'll call him now. Like, now is when I'll call Rick, like now. But there's just people. I didn't talk to Simone for a long fucking time.
Wow.
And then they call me in the afternoon, and I'm surrounded. And again, you make a mental note, call them later. But you got no peace of mind till fucking 7:30, and then your agent calls you from L.A. because they're on a different time zone. So when I leave the house at 7 at night when Jeopardy's on, it's to call them back because they're calling me while I'm watching World News or talking to my daughter or eating dinner. I'm like, I'm not going to pick up the phone now. I'll call them and then I make all my little
business
calls back to back to back to back. So
it is. I'm surprised to hear you say that, like, because like I get in my own head and like, oh, they don't want to hear from me. It's been too long, but like I wouldn't have expected you to be like that, to worry or like doubt it.
I like to check in with people.
Yeah,
I like to keep people on their toes and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And they're like, I didn't expect to hear from you. Oh, nobody ever does. That's the way you do it, But Damon, I still talk to a lot of people. Like, I still talk to a lot of fucking people. I just talked to my buddy from Colorado. I've known him since 1984. Two of them yesterday. Steve Schiavone texted me, and then Mike Roebuck I called.
Oh, he was on the podcast, right?
Yeah. Mike's been on the podcast a couple times.
Fuck yeah.
So those guys, it's just sometimes. But I won't talk to Mike for a year.
Right.
Then he'll call me out of the blue one night, and then I'll call him a month later when I could talk more to him, but I got to call him at night because he's a wrestling coach.
It's, life really goes by. I mean, so like what was great about your week with Mercy? Like what was going on?
just, man, I say it on stage, and I fucking talk about it in life that I didn't like L.A. because I didn't think the parents talked to any of these fucking kids. There's no way. There's no fucking way that there was a gap in life there where parents for 20 years didn't say nothing to their kids about what's right or what's wrong. And they all ended up in L.A. It's like I said on stage the other night, that L.A. has like a pass to go in. Have you spoken to your dad recently? Not in 20 years. Get in there.
Yeah.
You speak to your dad? Yeah, every day. You're not meant for fucking California or Hollywood. You're meant for fucking
San Diego,
Seattle or something. So I wanted to that's why I walked away from so many fucking things. I thought people call me every day to do I just got a email from my agent to do a podcast, and they don't get it. Like, we think you should do this. All right, motherfucker. You come over here, and you get in the car and drive an hour, and it's $60 for me to do a podcast.
Yeah.
$60, $70, no matter what. Tolls, blah, 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 blah. To do a podcast that I'm not really promoting in July or anything.
Right.
I don't want to go over there. I'd rather go to fucking work out. I get more from hitting the fucking throwing air punches than driving for an hour, talking for 2 hours, and getting back in the car, and then it's an hour and a half of traffic. I really do. I had to simplify my life. I'm not young anymore. I don't have 3 hours to throw away. I could die at any fucking minute. I'm 62 years old.
Jesus Christ.
I could die at any fucking minute.
So can anyone, though.
Yeah. But no, your chances of dying and my chances of dying are slim and none. Unless you go back to Tel Aviv.
I didn't tell you I'm going next week.
Yeah, good. Have a good time.
Oh, my God.
No, but, the odds are you. So now I look at my time like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't have 3 hours to go up there and to talk to you about, so how was prison? Prison was great. Oh, my God, it was great. I can't, that's it.
Right.
I wrote a book.
Right.
Get the book. Read the book and do the podcast.
Right.
I just don't see it.
Do the podcast with the book.
Yeah, do the podcast with the book. Ask the book question. Same shit you're going to ask me.
Right. Yeah. I can see that much.
Same shit you're going to ask you. So, but it's not going around the corner from my house anymore.
No.
It's 3 fucking hours, $80 later, and, 4 hours of my fucking time. It got like that towards the end of L.A. Oh, we opened up a studio in Marina Del Rey. Well, I'm not going down there. We do a podcast at 3. That's great to know.
I'd have to leave at 11 a.m. Yeah.
You got to get back on that 10 and that 405 at 4 o'clock. I don't wish down there. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
No.
I would never. Yeah. I do a podcast at 3 in Marina Del Rey. Oh, don't worry about the 10 and the 405. I wouldn't do that to people.
No, but you have common decency.
Yeah, I'm a common, criminal. I'd have you come down at 8 and we get something to eat.
When there's no traffic, yeah.
When there's no traffic. But I'm not going to make you come down at 3. And that's what was going on. You know it. Everybody started getting studios in Marina Del Rey, calling me up, man, we need you on the podcast. It ain't going to happen. If it's not 11 o'clock, it ain't going to happen. And even then, you got a problem.
No.
You might get a call with a cancellation. Because if I stay up till 2 or something, there's nights last night I went to bed at 9:50.
Did you really?
Yeah, so I'm walking around at 4:15 in the morning. Me and the cat. She's looking at me, I'm looking at her for fucking mental support. I go downstairs, I drink an iced tea, I fucking smoke some dope, I watched Godfather of Harlem for a fucking episode, and I went back up at 6 in the morning.
Oh, you went back up to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, what are you doing all day from 4 o'clock?
I die. Listen, by 8 o'clock, I'd be passed out from the reefer. Because when you get up at 6, and I hit when I get up at 4:35, I don't have to wait till 7:15 to get high. I just go downstairs, drink some water, and do 2 shots of that lung thing to open up your lungs in the morning.
Oh, the asthma inhaler?
Yeah, and I go right to the garage. I don't even fuck
You do an inhaler before you take a bong hit?
Fuck yeah, to open up the airwaves. What do you think, I'm stupid? Why should I do it after I get high?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Does it help?
Yeah, I see the devil in the morning.
Okay. They just gave me an inhaler. Maybe I should try it.
You should try everything you got. Look, you did how many milligrams tonight? You're fine.
You tell me. I have no idea.
Last week I hit you later. He was
it's going to hit me later today. Luckily, George made a cheeseburger today to save me.
To save me. See?
Because if I do that shit with nothing in my stomach,
That's why I said get something to eat. I'm the fucking doctor when it comes to shit. I'm not here to kill you.
Yes, you are. You just wanted the delayed kill.
I'm just trying to take you to a different level of life, brother.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll get high as soon as I get up. At 4:30 in the morning when I get up, that means I'm tired, but something woke me up. A train of thought, maybe I had to pee and I didn't pee, and now I got to pee even more, and it's always something.
And I will give you credit. The one thing that I think you're absolutely right is because a lot of comics get like freaked out. Because I'll go to a show and I'll smoke a joint before, because you have me on that, but no one will do it. But I think getting high after, it's gonna change it. Because like I had a great weekend in Albany, and I got high after my show, and like I went back and watched, because I got a camera, and I like watched my sets. And, like I wrote like 15 new minutes just getting high after the set was crazy. It was awesome.
Listen, we get high before, during, and after. All right?
That's true.
Don't be rewriting the fucking.
Who's rewriting?
I didn't write the story. I didn't write it.
What story?
I'm just a soldier to what they told me to do. Okay?
Dude, no one told you to do this.
Lenny Bruce got high.
He did heroin.
Yeah. You want to do heroin before you go on stage?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, I'll get some.
I think I've probably already done heroin with
give you a little fucking taste. You get a little pukey, and then you go on stage and crack all your Jewish stuff.
Just that.
Tell them all about the missiles and shit.
I can't tell them about that. They're gonna like Israel would kill me. That's fucking wild.
But anyway, back to your conversation about your father. I don't know how we got off this fucking thing here.
Well, yeah, it's
Do you want to call him?
You know what? I'm going to be honest, and who could probably see this. When he blocked me, I was like, you know what? Not really. And he's getting older. I probably should. People like Steve Simone gets mad at me sometimes. He's like, you got to do it. I don't know, and it's because I thought about you with your other daughter, and it's I don't. It would be real shitty if he was gone and that was the last time we spoke. But to have like someone who's important to you like just block you out of nowhere for something stupid, like if I would understand if we got into a fight. It was just like I'm gonna spend Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. I'll see you on Tuesday, and then I didn't even find out he blocked me. I got an email that he took me off of his HBO. And then, oh yeah, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And I looked. I tried to give him a call. Went to voicemail. Left him a voicemail. And for like 6 months, I didn't block him. And then like I think 6 months to a year, and I just blocked him. And we'll find out. I'm sure I'm out of the will. Who knows? But
there's nothing left.
It's fucking crazy.
Down in Florida.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's.
I always liked him, and he was a nice guy, but he was old. He was lonely, and he was another version of me. He's never going to be sober.
Right.
He's always up to something. The guys like that, they're always eating something. Always.
Oh, he loved your edibles. That was...
No, but he's always eating something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always eating something.
But the edible, yeah.
But the edibles is just, so I don't know anymore. Listen, I don't know. Like, I haven't spoken to those people now. I haven't spoken to my daughter. It's got to be 20-something years.
Wow.
And I haven't spoken to my ex-wife since, before Mercy was born. Yeah, no, Mercy was born already. So it's been 12 years. I called. I pled my case. She laughed at me. I was like, this fucking bitch. I was like, this motherfucker,
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Because you have both sides of it. Like you just said, you had a great week with Mercy. Everything's going perfect. But then, like, does it still get to you? Or at this point, are you like, you know what?
Doesn't even fucking matter anymore. If you want me to lie to you, it took me down for so long that now I'm on the other episode of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. Like, I hope she's healthy. I hope she's good. But that's it. There's nothing. What do you want me to do? What do you want to do here?
Right.
Even if I go over there or she comes over here, I got to be honest with you. It's not going to work.
You don't think so?
No. And sometimes you should just leave well enough alone.
Right.
Because no matter how close we get, I'm still a man and I still have feelings. At one point, I'm going to say, what made you just not talk to me for fucking 25 years? And all of a sudden, you show up now? So, I'm, like you got to, and I have to not make up. I have to tell her my story.
Right.
And if I tell her my story, that's a truth she never knew. And she'll understand. But I don't want to do that. It's not important for me to do that. We're both set in our ways. We're both set in our lives. Good luck to her. I hope she never gets hit by a truck, and I hope that she doesn't hate me or doesn't want me to get hit by a truck. That's all I could wish for right now.
Right.
You know, whatever pain I had, you know what? God threw me a 20 spot. Every once in a while, God throws you a 20 spot, and they cover the fucking damage, and you're good. And it's like it never fucking happened.
It is, and it's like, because like the first couple of years was rough. Like the first like 6 months to a year was really rough, and then it just, you know, I've been very lucky with a bunch of like great people in my life, and it's like, why am I'm not like as stoned as, like, not stoned, but like as like confident as you are about it, but I'm like this far in, it's like, why am I gonna, like, what do we can't just go back to normal now?
No,
that's not gonna be possible.
That's what I'm saying to
yeah.
you. So you're just gonna slip in there like nothing happened. Listen, let me get this out of the way right now. In my world, in the world I grew up in the way I grew up, I gotta be honest with you, and I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me for saying this. Family's fucking overrated. Family's sometimes fucking overrated. Sometimes they could help you blossom, or sometimes they could bring you the fuck down. And we all know that. We've all seen both sides of the fucking coin. I'm sorry to say that. As I was growing up, I saw how my family treated my mother. I saw how my father's family treated my mother. And she would tell me they could all suck my dick. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of these peasants. You know, and she was serious. Like, I know she loved her brother. That's the only motherfucker I know my mother loved. I know she wasn't I know she was crazy about Nana, her mother. The father, I wasn't too sure about. But the brothers and the sisters, you know, my mother did something. She stuck up for her sister. My aunt got raped, and my mom stabbed the little guy, and half the family turned on her. And for years, they talked shit about her. So my mom said, really? No, you motherfuckers can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
And then when she came to the States and started making money, they would hit her up. And she would tell them right now, you go fuck yourself.
Good for her.
And hang up the fucking phone. So she kind of taught me that as we were growing up. And I still remember her going off on my father's mother.
Why?
Right in the fucking house in New York. I must have been 7. And when we were walking out, she's like, you're not going to see this lady again. I go, I hope not. And that was the end of my grandmother. I never saw my grandmother after that. She died maybe 10 years later. I never went back over there.
Wow.
I went over there with her, and she started going off on my mom, and I was like, oh, shit. And I'm like, my mom's going to deck this bitch.
Oh, shit.
And sure enough, my mom started calling her a fucking cunt, and that her fucking pussy husband, her pussy son was dead. Oh, my God. She's like, you're not going to pussify my son. Because they always, like, they made my mom move in with them so she could learn the recipes he liked. And my mother was not that type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he eats what I cook. You know what I'm saying? So when I went over there, my mother put, like, jeans on me or something. As soon as I walked in the door, they're from Spain. They think their shit don't stick. She was from Spain. She wasn't Cuban.
Oh, okay.
So she started with the sneakers, the pants, you look dirty, and my mom said, time out, you little fucking cunt fuck, and unloaded on her. And we walked out together, and she's like, you want to come back over? And I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
And that was the end of my grandmother. That was how quick that went down.
Well, yeah.
And then my mother died. And then I realized something that was more important than your blood family. It's the street family.
Uh-huh.
Because I look at all you guys as blood. I don't look at you guys as fucking, you know, he's my friend. You guys are blood. That's why I get mad when you ask me about baklava. Okay? That's why. If it was some guy American that pushed it on me, but it's you. You know, baklava is so good for you. It's high in nutrients. Leave me the fuck alone. But that's why I get so angry at people.
I can see that.
You know, that's why I get so angry at people. So for me, my street brothers have been, and I have street brothers that'll say, hey, man, I got to tell you something. You're more of a brother to me than my own blood brothers.
Yeah.
And it feels different. And that's the thing. With me, I have a lot of people that they should have told it. I have like 10 friends that should have told their family to go fuck themselves a long time ago.
Yeah. And it feels good when, and it sucks, but it feels good.
Tell your family to go fuck themselves. Tell them to go fuck themselves. This ain't going to work no more. Because once you tell your family to go fuck themselves, they know you're not playing. It's very important that you look at all of them. That includes your mother from time to time, because they'll take you to the cleaners too. They'll drive you crazy.
Oh,
not your mom or your dad, but like cousins or whatever. You got to pull them aside and go, here's the deal. No.
Right.
No, you're going to take me down with this stupidity.
I think, yeah. I mean, honestly, there's so many people. It's so weird. The craziest thing that for dating for me, for like all my girlfriends, the way that a lot of parents talk to their daughters is fucking wild. Like they talk almost every girlfriend I've had, their parents like make comments about their weight. Like it's like, but then they'll feed them as they're giving like the dish. They'll be like, oh, like they call her Gorda or like do crazy shit. And it's like family. I don't know. You ever work at a place and you start at the bottom, and even though you move up, they still see you as the bottom.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how family is. Like they remember you as that dumb kid who shit the bed or like whatever they did.
At the other side of the spectrum, I know people who have great families.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, part of my family's great.
I know people who have fucking great families. I know people but after a while, as you start getting old, you got to look at your family and go, what's going to happen when there's money involved? Because what tears up a family more than that shit? Some stupid fucking envelope. And that's what you have to start looking at as you get older. Like, what am I going to do? That's why all these musicians, why do you think they sell their rights for $500 million? You think they want to sell them? No. But they don't want the bullshit that comes afterward when they die. And everybody's going to go to war over that money. Now we know what we're getting. There's no more bullshit. Did you see Quincy Jones? He's giving them each $81 million.
Damn.
To his 8 kids. $81 million fucking dollars.
Wow.
So everybody knows, and there's no fucking drama. There's always something with family. There's always something with them. And for me, I didn't have for me, I just didn't have it. Like when my mother died, I had my uncle in California. He's like, you come live with me in California.
Right.
I'm growing up here. What good to me is fucking California.
Yeah.
Move to fucking Miami. That's what I want to do, is move down to fucking Miami after I'm just getting fucking hot and bothered in North Bergen.
Right. The worst thing in your life happened and you have to move across the country.
And then, dog, I remember like 84. My mother was dead 5 fucking years. And I'm in California, and my uncle goes, let's call Cuba. And they're all yelling at me on the phone.
About what?
Like, what happened to you? You never called us. For what? I'm out here fighting these motherfucking demons by myself. What are you bitches going to do for me 300 miles away? Not a thing.
Right.
Not a thing. What am I going to talk to you for? About what? What do you want to talk about? My strategy for the day?
Survive.
The fuck do you want to talk about?
Right. Dude, this is the first time I think ever that I even heard about your dad's side of the family. Like your dad's mom. I mean, I don't remember a lot of the church, so it's possible, but
No.
I don't remember ever hearing about her.
No. That was done when it started.
Wow.
No reason to tolerate that shit. I'm not taking it from friends, and I'm not taking it from family. And now, like, a couple of years ago, fucking some idiot popped up on Facebook saying that he was my half-brother, and some other idiot from North Bergen actually believed it and gave him my number.
Oh, no.
Without calling me. I'm at Jimmy Florentine's watching a football game, and my phone rings. I think it's my sister or my fucking good cousins, and it's my half-stepbrother.
I didn't even know you had a half-stepbrother.
You think I did? It was a fucking surprise to me, too.
Oh, no. Gee, how did you get rid of him?
I told him I was watching the Jets. No, he called, and I'm like, hey, man. He's like, I don't know if you know about me. My dad, our dad was married to my mom first, and then something happened. They broke up, and then my dad met your mom, and they had you, and I never saw him again, and, all this shit. And, I went to prison in Cuba. I have the same story as you, and he was calling around to see if he'd get sponsored. Because they had a new sponsor system out of Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have to put your bank account up and money up. No.
That's pretty ballsy.
You need 500 to get up here? I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You need a basement? I'll put you on this couch right here. But I'm not sponsoring nobody. I don't need none of you fucking Cuban criminals coming up here stabbing somebody, and I got to do time at 64. No.
Oh, like it's that serious? Like that you're basically signing up bail for him? Like
so he called me first to feel me out. And I was like, listen, this is all great and dandy. Can we talk about this during the week? It's Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Right.
You know,
the first I'm hearing
it's
about
Sunday
you.
at fucking 2 o'clock. I'm not, And then he never called me. And then my uncle called me like a week later, and he goes, listen, all your cousins are calling now because they want to there's a new type of sponsorship, and they tried to get me to do it, and they asked me for my bank account. And I told them, it looks like you're going to stay in Cuba. I'll send you money. I'll send you a lifeline, but I'm not giving you my fucking bank account.
No, you can't risk. You have too much going on.
No, I'm not doing any of that stuff. I got a daughter. That's all I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. So,
like, did having Mercy like make you change your mindset? Is that when like your mindset started to change
about
like all these other people? Like a family had called, 20 years ago, and you had a little bit of money. Like, what it is like the fact that you have like a family that.
Listen, if you know anything about me, I'll help anybody. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between helping and conning. Okay, that's it. That's it. If any of my friends called and said, listen, I got hit by a car last night. My fucking engine flew out or something like that. I'm more prone to help you than, oops, what a coincidence. We're cousins now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my name's Diaz too.
Oops, what a coincidence, He didn't ask for money. He just wanted to see if I take the papers for sponsorship. And I told him, I have my own problems. I don't have no fucking passport.
Right.
I'm not really legal or not legal. I told you, I went to that UFC last week. I didn't tell you guys the whole fucking story of what I went through mentally.
No.
Because I went to the UFC and I fucking ate the edibles and I sat there and I went to my pocket. I had a little baggie with maybe a gram. Did I tell you this last week? With maybe a gram of mushrooms.
Right.
Maybe. It was the bottom of Enigmas. And I took half and I ate them, but as I was eating them, I realized I'm in the fucking front row. On camera with a baggie in my fucking hand. And I'm like, they're going to throw me under the fucking jail. And finally, I started getting high on everything, and I noticed when I would sit back that there was a fucking agent looking at me. Just at me. Like locked eyes. And she had another agent that was just looking. It was a woman with white hair that was cute, and another partner that was a white dude. And they were looking at me like pins. So now, in my THC paranoia and in the mushroom paranoia, I'm thinking I fucked up. They saw the mushroom bag, but not only that, I gave them my social security number and my background information.
Why?
Because that's what I needed to give them before I went to the UFC, because Trump was the president.
Oh, shit, they did that?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So now I'm sitting there going, I'm going to fucking jail tonight. Everybody thought I was looking at Kyle Harrison's ass. I'm like, I'm going to fucking jail. They're just waiting for me to get up.
Oh.
And then one time I asked the guy, I got to go to the bathroom. He goes, you don't want to go over there. Come to the back.
Oh, no.
And he pulled me and I had to walk past those people. Dog, they did everything but sniff me. They knew I was on something. They were like looking at me the whole way. I'm like, God damn it. They got to fucking arrest me. And he's like, no. Because it was Rogan's handler.
Oh, okay.
And he's fucking whatever the fuck he is. He's like, no, I know that lady. She's not going to do nothing to you.
Jesus.
I was scared the whole night. I was going to get up to leave, and they were going to go, Mr. Diaz, we need to talk to you.
Did you even know you had did you bring mushrooms to the UFC, or did you just forget that you had mushrooms in your pocket?
No, I brought them. I brought them to have a good time. I'm going to have a good time. I didn't bring mushrooms to purposely take.
Okay.
I took them just in case I bump into somebody. And the party's starting, I want to be there.
Yeah, but then you didn't bump into anybody, you just took all of them?
No, I took like half the bag and it hit me a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Did the mushrooms get you anxious? Is that why you were freaking out? Or
I think it was both, and my anxiety and my paranoia.
Fuck.
But I sat there half the night going, I fucked up. These motherfuckers are going to arrest me. They got me, yeah.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered on pay-per-view. On like ESPN, maybe they would have been upset.
No, everything. It's not pay-per-view. It's not ESPN. I'm worried about it. It's mushrooms. It's a half a gram. They're going to give me a ticket and smack it. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about them taking my real Social Security fucking number.
Okay.
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh.
I'm not worried about the mushrooms, you fuck.
Oh, I thought it was the mushrooms.
I'm worried about them picking me up with ice. I told him. Last week, I didn't take the garbage out. I took it out today for the first time, okay? I don't need this shit in my life. They don't know. I don't fucking know.
Right.
Listen, one day I went snooping upstairs. And when we lived in Given Terrace, I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm maybe 9. I go snooping upstairs. And there's this little fucking box that you open up, and it's got like, it's supposed to be for perfumes, but my mother used it for pictures. And I went in one of the things, and I took it out, and it was this piece of black paper. Black paper, George, like this. Black paper with white letterings, and it was my birth certificate from Cuba.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and it said Jose Antonio Diaz and all this shit, blah, 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 blah. My father was a waiter, which he wasn't. I don't know why it said waiter on there. And something else and a bunch of bullshit from Cuba. And I took that birth certificate as a kid, and I had it. And then I think when I went to get my driver's license, a little after that, I lost it. So that's 1980, 81. I lose my fucking birth certificate. And I don't have a birth certificate for years. And then throughout the years, I lose my fucking driver's license. I just lost the card. I had no ID. In those days, you didn't need a fucking ID to fly. No. When I got to Colorado, I went to get a job. And they're like, you need a license, social security card, and a birth certificate. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And my friend goes, you get your birth certificate. Just call and send it, whatever it is, box 25, what is it, zip code 10002. You send it and they send you a birth certificate.
Right.
I'm like, how would they have my Cuban birth certificate? I'm going to get a letter from them going, Joey, we don't have a birth certificate. It came in the mail. Damn. And it was brand new and completely different than what was said on the other one.
Really?
There was no lettering. There was no waiters. There was nothing. It just said Jose Antonio Diaz, born February 1963, some hospital, and it was a seal and everything from New York. And I go, I'll take it.
And I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to start nothing.
Then I had to make a copy of that, send it back to get my Social Security card.
Yep.
And I got my license. But that's how I did it. But I never knew, so I don't really know.
So you don't want to fuck around that much?
When I was a kid, all my mother told me was, yeah, you were born in Cuba. But when I went to L.A. in 85, my uncle's like, oh, you were born in New York. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So you don't even know, you're not even really sure?
I don't know.
Damn. Why would your mom, who do you think is right?
She drank Heineken's with V8 for breakfast.
Every day?
And if she missed breakfast, she put a raw egg in it.
Oh. And a beer with a orange juice, tomato juice? That's fucked up. Yeah, I might believe your uncle. Fuck.
I don't fucking know. So I don't know. It's Secret Service. When they look you up, they don't look you up for fucking jaywalking.
Yeah, but I don't. If the Secret Service was there, they don't like let you wait. Like they'll just tackle you.
No, they're not going to tackle me at the UFC. Everybody else is getting tackled. They're not going to tackle me. They're going to come over and say, we need to have a word with you. Real quick, outside in the gazebo. You walk out there with them, and there's 2 other cars. Listen, we found some problems in your birth certificate, and we'd like to take you to whatever. That's what I thought was going to happen in my mind.
Yeah.
That's how I live. I live like that.
That, like the worst is going to happen?
No, that fucking ICE is going to come get me any fucking day now. I'll be out in that thing. You're going to have to get yourself a chubby white chick to come out there and save me. And bang on the bus. Jose Antonio. Jose Antonio. Wear a flag, a Cuban flag out there. Half Jew, half Cuban.
I'll get Israel on the case.
You get Israel on the case? Forget about it.
Can you? That would suck if that happened.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared to pieces every fucking day. It's funny. I was just telling. George and I went to a party on Saturday, and Dave the cop was there, and I was talking to Dave, and I was telling Dave. He asked me a question about something. I go, Dave. Right after I robbed Kent Bella, rest in peace. Right after I robbed Kent Bella, maybe like 2 months ago, I was watching a show. I'm out on bail, and I'm watching a stupid show at night about a guy that went to a dance in high school and got into an argument with another guy. The guy hit him with a bottle, but he took the guy and bit his fucking ear off.
Damn.
Like in 1959 at a dance. He lived in like somewhere close to like Idaho. And he went home and he told his parents, and his parents were scared for him. So they flew him to an aunt's house in like Cleveland. And he went to Cleveland. He finished high school. He went to college, got his college degree, married his high school sweetheart, fucking had kids, became a pillar in his community, lived under an alias for 35 fucking years. And one day he was cooking and he cut his hand. And he went to the hospital and they ran a background check and they threw him in fucking jail. They were going to fucking throw him in jail for 20 years. But then the big argument was, hey, he's been in the community for 35 fucking years without even getting a J ticket, a fucking jaywalking ticket.
Right.
So he ended up doing like 3 years, you know? I always remembered that story.
Of course.
When I got in trouble, the guy at the Hertz thing kept saying, my buddy owns the Costa Rica one. We'll get you down there and you can get in the management program. We'll change your number. You'll change your name. And I'm like, man, I can never come back to the United States.
No.
Like I can never, you know.
Thank God you didn't do it. Did you feel the urge to do it at all? Where you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe.
No, because I knew the deal. And I'm lucky I didn't, because I got sentenced in August, and that September, America's Most Wanted came out.
I don't know if you would have been on America's Most Wanted.
I'm just saying, you dumb fuck. That you never know. You don't have to kill somebody being America's Most Wanted.
Right, they could have always caught you.
If it's a fucking fraudulent check and you keep doing it.
Right.
And if they have a hard time catching somebody, they'll put you on America's Most Wanted, even if it's for fucking selling drugs.
Jesus.
If they have like 4 or 5 years and they can't, and you're fucking with them, like you're in and out of their neighborhood and shit, then they'll go fuck it.
Right.
If they know you're around, if they're getting reports, they'll put you on America's Most Wanted or local stations, America's Most Wanted. The bootleg ones, because now most towns have them.
They do? I haven't seen those.
Yeah, you're watching the news. All of a sudden it's like, have you seen this man? And it's like, wanted for burglary, halitosis, whatever else he's got.
Well, and it would have, like, because, me, I'm a pussy. I would have, jail would freak me out. But I can imagine, like, if let's say you did bail and, like, run away before your case. Like, it's not like you would have had a relaxing life at the Hertz and the Dominican Republic. It would have been like you would have been depressed.
No. I know a guy now that can't come to Jersey. He's been gone for 30 years. He left a little before me, maybe 35 years.
Is he still in the country?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just can't come back to Jersey. Just Jersey.
Does it fuck with him?
Yeah. He had to turn it into something else to make it easier for him.
Right.
But, you not wanting to go back to Jersey is one thing. You not allowed to go back to Jersey. That's another, dog.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I could say to you, I hate Jersey. I'm sick of the tolls. I'm sick of fucking, not having money at the tolls. Now they want to send me a fucking bill. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but when they don't let you in, that's completely different.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to come back home when you're 65 years old to see your friends,
Right.
I think only like two friends have visited him in 30 years. I've seen him because he comes to my shows in Austin and Houston and shit, but it's weird. That's a weird fucking life, man, to have, But in the contrast to that, I'm asking you about this now. What about a person without a warrant that comes from another country, like the people in L.A. last week? And again, I'm not political, but I want you to think about this. What if you came to this country and you're hardworking, you didn't rape nobody, you didn't sell drugs, you're not in violation with the cartel, and you get a job, your wife works, you raised your kids, maybe they got a scholarship to UFC. They came and scooped your ass up last week just for being illegal.
Right.
What's the argument there if you're a politician? Because, again, you haven't done nothing in 37 years, so what the fuck? You didn't have 1 week to go get your Americanship?
They make it hard. That's like...
Oh, they make it really fucking hard.
And it's like, for someone who's not like too dumb to be political, like the criminals and stuff, yeah, get them out of here. And even then also, like you're right. There are a lot of people who do it the right way, and you should do it the right way. But if you've been here and, trying to do things, or even if you're not trying to be a citizen, but you have a job at a farm, who really cares? Like that, it is. I see both sides of it, and like to hear, and I know you're being funny, but like
I'm not being funny.
But to hear that you're like scared must suck. Like
oh no, that I'm being funny about.
Right.
But you really got to think about it. I mean, like they could make mistakes.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to make a mistake.
I mean, listen, if one of them picked me up, one's going, no. I've seen him on Joe Rogan. He's okay. One of them, I hope, would say, no, that's not the guy. I've seen him on Joe Rogan. Let's call the police. Let's make sure. Let's double check. Let's take his fingerprints. But it seems like they're
grabbing everybody, which is like, it's.
But here's the funny thing. I don't know if anybody of you guys saw this. The New York Times put a thing on the other day about Rubio's father.
No.
That he was here illegally, the whole thing, and now Rubio's part of it. Let me tell you something. Okay? There's still Cubans here. Right where we go eat. Right down there. That have been here 40 years. And they're still walking around.
Do you think they're nervous? Or is they're so hidden?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Right. What are you going to do? Take them back to Cuba? They're 50. They're 90 already. They don't give a fuck.
And the thing like that would freak me out, and because I follow 2 people on Instagram right now, Alfred Robles and Jesus Trejo. Like Jesus was going to shoot a special. He had to delay it. And it's like, it does, like, the part that would scare me, and it's like, this is like white privilege, is like, what if you're 100% a citizen, or you have like a green card, and like you are trying to do things the right way, and like I would feel nervous as like a Spanish person that they're just going to come grab me no matter what.
No matter what. Like
that must be a shitty way to feel.
You have to have a little bit of fear if you have brown skin right now.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street going to buy fucking pastelito, and all of a sudden a fucking guy pulls up with a car with a hook. And these motherfuckers, dog, it's like when you bomb on stage, they have that hook, and they pull you in, and you're like, wait, one more joke. No.
Right.
No, and they come up with Subarus.
Oh, no.
They're pulling up with lesbian cars.
They're tricking you with the Subarus?
They're not those black cars. They're not anything. They're fucking slick, quick, and bad to the bone. They execute those things. You don't even know what hit you. You're talking, no, say it. No, say it. And they're walking into the car. And okay.
When it doesn't matter.
We'll go down to the station and sort it out. Tell it to the judge, motherfucker.
Oh, my God. Dude, it's getting crazy out there for like look, we joke about the bombs in Israel, but on both sides. Imagine if there were rockets coming
Iran was fucking them up this afternoon. Fucking them up. Israel was like, we don't know, but Israel's rope-a-doping them right now. Israel's about to drop the big one. You know, like Red Fox used to always say, I got the big one, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
It's coming, Elizabeth. I feel the big one. They're just rope-a-doping right now. Taking little punches. Yeah, you blew up Tel Aviv. Okay. Okay. I mean, listen, if you think the pager plot was brilliant, did you see how they did this last one? They did a commotion and got them all together, and within a split fucking second, they bombed them when they were all there. That's fucking intelligence to the fucking max. They know everything.
Yeah.
They got you, man. They got you. I mean, if you thought the pager was brilliant, they tested the pager to make sure that if you blew up, the person next to you wouldn't blow up. The kindness of the Jews never seems to amaze
Often
me.
Overlooked, yeah.
Often overlooked. You're
the kindness
right.
of the Jews.
But this blow up, when they got everybody together and just fucking pulled the trigger, when they were all together yelling and screaming, what are we going to do? He got the nuclear people. He got the fucking heads of the thing. I mean, at least they're not crying. There was no babies in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
White people would have been, oh, there was a baby in the room.
But it does, sometimes when I get high, I get freaked out. Like, just even being in the city now, like, if I was saying, like, if anyone's going to drop a bomb anywhere in the country, New York is top 3. Like, between D.C., New York, and L.A., there's a good chance if a bomb's getting dropped. Like it's just something we have to live with.
They
now.
already dropped a bomb in L.A. It was called that fire.
Yeah.
And nobody has said a word about that fire ever again. Now, it's like the riots. As soon as Israel bombed Iran, we're leaving L.A.
Huh?
It's just that one Mexican with the flag bothering people. That poor bastard. There. The flag was bigger than him. He was out there. He looked like one of Columbus's guys on the boat that was pushing the sails. You never saw that guy?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, it's nice to see you, Lee.
Nice to see you, buddy.
We've had guests the last 2 weeks, the whole thing. Where you at this week?
This week on Thursday the 19th, I'm at the Shortstop Bar and Grill in Westfield, and I got shows coming up at the end of the month.
I'm doing a surprise show on the 19th. My damn self.
Oh, yeah?
Thursday night. You better kiss yourself.
Fuck yeah. Do you know when you want to announce where? It's just going to be a surprise.
No, I'm just going to announce it Thursday morning. Not even. I'm going to announce it Thursday at 6.
Oh, that's badass.
Like Prince and the Revolution did. You know what I'm saying?
That's so cool.
I don't care if 3 people show up.
Oh, they'll be running. It'll be like
I smoke weed there too, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
That's what I'm looking to do now. A show where we can smoke a joint, the whole audience and fucking Uncle Joey. Not everybody's joint, your own joints. Bring your own fucking shit.
Oh my god.
You're not touching my joint with your fucking flu COVID lip. You know what I'm saying?
That's so cool. I'm mad that I'm gonna be gone now.
Where you gonna be?
I have to go back to Boston for a couple of days.
We'll go take care of Mom. Then the following week, we're at the fucking dojo on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
And straight to NJ Pack on Friday night.
That's crazy. I'm getting ready for it.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to get my tooth. You won't see me in July. And then my fucking...
Oh, is that when they're fixing everything?
Everything.
Nice.
The other side. They're putting braces on for a few weeks, so it looks like I have teeth. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying?
NJ Pack is going to be pretty fucking cool.
You know what's going to be cool? The dojo. I love you, motherfuckers. Looking good, feeling good. I smell like a fucking billy goat, but I took a shower before this. I took a shower. I took a little nappy nunu. I don't know if I was high or tired. I don't know.
How many showers are you taking now?
Brother. What's up with you? What?
I'm doing great. How many showers are you taking now? Because you would always come and shower for the podcast.
2, maybe 3. Like today, I really took 3 because I went to jiu-jitsu. So I took a shower.
You do the whole thing?
What?
You do the whole thing every time?
Yeah, you got to wash your hair behind you. I'm a filthy dude, bro. You know, I got fucking a yeast infection in my ear. You know, I got problems, dog. I had to get medication. I had to put some fucking cream in my ear. You know, you're fucking 60. I don't know. I'm just trying my best to keep it together. I got a nice hairdo. She put a little fucking dead ink in there.
I'm jealous.
Ink. You know, it's keeping together. I got like 13 hairs. I drink my collagen every fucking day.
What do you drink?
You know, the milk that comes out of your titties when you first have a child. The collagen, whatever the fuck it's
Are you saying collagen?
No, it's not collagen. Look it up. It's called Armra. ARMRA.
Okay. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah. Look it up. What do you think you're dealing with? Joey Bananas? Why are you bothering me, Lee?
I don't know. I'm sorry. How was your weekend?
Very good. That's it right there. What's it say? I can't read without my glass. What's it called? What is it called?
I can't read that.
What do you mean you can't read it? Oh,
colostrum.
Colostrum. Yeah.
And that helps with hair? Why didn't I know about that?
It's supposed to fill your hair. Yeah, it does help my hair. But if the hair on my kneecaps, the hair on my arms, the hair under my armpits, I'm everywhere where I don't fucking need hair. In my nose, my eyebrows. I got to trim my eyebrows every 4 days. The Wolfman's nephew. Every 4 days, I got to ask my wife because you got to put glasses on and try to trim your eyebrows. Fucking Houdini can't do that one. You know. So you got to have a partner or you better pay the barber an extra $10.
Oh, I have to trim my ears and my nose, but I've never had to trim my eyebrows yet.
Oh, it's coming, cocksucker. It's coming. And you don't even see it till you go to Vegas. Like, you don't even see nothing until you go to a different mirror. You ever notice that? You go to a different mirror, that motherfucker never lies to you. Your mirror at home becomes your psychological friend. Think about this shit. Next time you go on vacation, at home, you don't see a lot of stuff because you're so used to your image in that particular mirror. You comb your hair, you brush your teeth, you shave, whatever, right? But then you go to a hotel in Vegas, you come out of the shower and there's a mirror right there. And that's the first time you look at yourself nude in years. That's a fucking confidence burner right there. And then you go to shave or brush your teeth after the shower. Forget about it. You see hairs. No, you see that one long fucking strand of hair. and then you want to shoot yourself because you got no nose trimmer, and you got 2 shows the rest of the weekend. It's a fucking nightmare, man.
Have you ever? I fucked up. I had to take an Uber in Columbus because I try not to go. I try to shave my head before shows,
And the thing broke.
and the thing it died halfway through.
And you look
So I
like
was gonna have
Robert De Niro and Taxi Driver for a minute there. You look like the chubby guy in the Road Warrior, the Lord Humongous.
I look fucked up, and I had to ride in an Uber.
I lived with you for 8 years. I know exactly what you look like.
I never had a half a head unshaved.
You come back there. I don't know if you, dog. I feel bad sometimes. I don't even know if you can wipe your ass correctly because you can't reach back there. You got like bad shoulders. You always leave like a little patch back there, like a little afro.
When I was really fat, I couldn't wipe like that. It wasn't good. Thank God for the tushy.
No, I'm sure you could wipe. It's a fucking joke, Lee.
I know, but I'm telling you the truth. But no, I would like, you kept saying I would have strips, and I would check, and sometimes I would, but most of the time I wouldn't. I always miss a spot.
Dog, I miss a spot.
You don't know.
When I shave, I don't use a mirror in the shower. I just dope it up with shaving cream, and I go by sound. You know, Uncle Joey, dog. I just make the water hot. I make the pores open up. There ain't no mirror. You ever buy those fucking no fog mirrors? That's
they fog.
That's for people who take showers in cold water. That ain't for people savages like me. I go in there. I turn the knob all the way to the end. It's like I'm going to the chair.
Do you really? You keep it at the end?
Oh, I push it all the way to the end. I like my shower hot. I put the heater on. My bathroom is fucking cold in the mornings. So I got to put heater on before I go in there. I mean, the heat goes in there, but for some reason, we have a fucking sky roof in the bathroom. Why? I don't know. Who would sit in the fucking shower looking out the window like a fucking idiot? You know, it's like,
you don't do that?
Huh?
You don't look out the window?
No. When I go in the shower, I'm focused on washing and killing the germs. And, you know, I thank God for giving me another day. And I'm grateful for you and Joe and, you know, Mike and all the people I deal with. You know, that's what I do in the morning. I get my head together. Sometimes I get too stoned and I got to turn the water a little cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The shower can be scary when you're high. That's great. Like, but where do you keep the heater? Like heating a heater and like water from the shower doesn't sound.
I just play fucking Fear Factor. It's under the sink, you fuck.
That's what I was worried about.
Bring the fucking shower with me and take my chances.
Oh,
either I die or I come out glowing in the dark.
That's fucked up. Oh my God. I had a pretty good weekend. I got to do 2 shows on Saturday.
One at 5 in the afternoon.
One at 5, which was.
Listen, dog, I didn't want to say nothing and fucking burn your parade. Dracula don't come out until the sun comes out. Comics don't go on stage till the sun comes out. All right.
It was an interesting time, but it's a fun room. Like the guy who runs it's really cool. But it was 5 o'clock was the earliest I've ever done.
5. They got to be home by 7:30. What the fuck?
It was the start of the night.
You know those 5 o'clock people got to be church going people. So
they were. You know what? They were very nice. And
no,
I have.
Nice. But you're very nice also. Bring me with you one time, and let me come out there and go. Look at you, 5 o'clock maggots. You got to be home by 7:30 to catch 7 a.m. to prove to these people that you're a good fucking Christian. Get the fuck out of here. Have a cocktail. Tell the babysitter to stay home. You're giving her the extra 50. You're gonna come up and dress home like Batman. Whatever the fuck you want to do. That's got to be rough. Going to comedy at 5 in the afternoon. I hate it. I don't even like going on stage at 7 and the sun is out.
Yeah, it's different. It
bothers the fuck out of me. And even though you're inside a dark place, I still know it's fucking light outside.
Sometimes you're not. There's windows.
You can't.
Have you ever been in a club with windows?
I want to do comedy when it's dark out and you can get mugged. That's I want to do comedy when half of you are in there because you're fucking petrified of the streets. You're gonna come in there with Uncle Joey and the security at the comedy club so nobody bothers you. I swear to God, these edibles, I must have had some mushroom juice left over in my system from the weekend, and these edibles set these motherfuckers off. I'm seeing things. I'm hearing things.
What are you seeing?
Two of yous with a little guy behind you with a stick. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing things. You know what I'm saying? You ever see things, but you don't tell nobody? I got the balls to tell people. I'm seeing things, all right? I
Oh my
advise you
God.
leave now or dial 911.
Jesus Christ.
How was your comedy? What did you learn? What did you not learn? You had the 5 o'clock show. You did well. You called. You checked in. And then you
Yeah,
went up there and destroyed the 8 o'clock.
it was a fun night. I got to
How
feature
many minutes
unexpectedly.
Saturday night?
The first show I did 10, and the second show I did 20.
Good for you, Lee.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna do like a 5-minute set, and it's a really cool place in Foxborough. It's like for like a booker who has a lot of clubs, and it's I got it a day before, which is like at my level, no one calls me 2 weeks, but like only a couple people. Usually it's like, can you do something tomorrow? So that was exciting, and it was a fun night. And I thank you. Like there was like 5 people between both shows that came out from the podcast, so that was very cool. It was a lot of fun.
People love to see you in the beginning so they could say, I knew you back when. From my conversations with you, I was thinking about this the other night after I spoke to you on Saturday night. My conversations with you really enlightened me to the fact that how much in love you are with comedy.
Oh, yeah.
We fucked around and we make tapes when we call and shit, but we have to be really high on the same night to make those funny fucking calls. But I've noticed that 80% of our calls now are basically focused on comedy. And it's really inspiring to see. And it makes me believe what I've always believed about comics starting out. That the best education you get is in your backyard and working outward. Like you stay and then you spread. It's like COVID when the fucking guy went skiing and he landed in Jersey and he fucked up that Bergen County town. Same thing. It's just really weird to see that when I lived in LA along with you, we met so many people that went out there in their second year, and it's ballsy. It's ballsy as shit. But like I don't know. To get back to the conversation, it's just really impressive to see how much you're into it, because you and I both know we ran into a lot of people that I love doing comedy. I want to do this and I want to do that. And a week later, they're not doing nothing.
Right.
2 weeks later, we'd see them and they're not doing what they told us they were going to do. And we talk about it like, wow, so it's really nice to see a guy that works as hard as you. I
appreciate it, but I learned a lot. Like when I met you, I didn't want to be on the podcast. Like we didn't fight about it, but you're like, no, I was just a fan of stand up, and like getting to meet all the comics that I got to meet on the church. I got to be in the room with the top comedians of like the last 20 years. And I've always liked going to shows. I've just learned so much with that time we had in LA that I don't want to be someone who someone goes to see and they say, oh, he was just with Joey. He wasn't that funny. Like I really, like, people give me shit and that's fine, but I want to actually be a good comic. That's my goal. Like someone like that people not respect. I don't like that word, but like acknowledge like, hey, he's at least doing comedy. Like he's actually doing it.
Everybody always thinks that people can help you. Like I'm just going to jump in and make a call to Warner Brothers and tell them that, I lived through that also, with The Longest Yard and Spider-Man. It was always this guy called for you. Nobody called. I wanted a room with 20 gorillas and audition. If somebody did call, which nobody ever did, it would just be my support to go, hey, he's a good actor and a good guy or whatever the fuck, But nobody ever did that. I earned those roles. I earned the toughest roles. So And I always wanted to prove myself also. You got to prove yourself, and people got to see it. Your attitude has to be contagious when you're a comic. These comics go home and they fucking talk shit and they get bitter. Like they get bitter. No, you got to be involved. You got to fucking, and that's what you're doing. You got to be able to talk to Bill Burr, and you got to be able to talk to Fingerless Joe, who does the open mic on Tuesday nights, who's fucking a great writer, but he's missing a finger on stage and he's ashamed of it or whatever. You're going to run into all those people. But at the end of the day, 20 years later, I cherish all those fucking things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with those memories. Like, I can't tell you year by year, but I can tell you that something inspired me along the way. And you just got to put great people around you, a couple open micers that are good people, and you create a little fucking community in Boston. And you don't need to go to LA. You're getting more from what you're learning in that area than what you would get from rushing to Los Angeles with your nose wide open.
And there's something that's like really been nice. Like people can complain about a lot of shit, but something that has been very nice about comedians has been like how helpful. Because like there's been so many comics who will put in a good word for me somewhere or ask me to be on their show, and it's just like you would think there'd be a lot more hate, and I'm sure there's a lot of hate, and I'm sure I get, because this. I just want to say one quick thing. I am aware that like I totally get shows that at my level, at like your level, I wouldn't have got or shouldn't, like, because I do get a little bit of a bump up in a lot of scenarios. So like that's part of the reason why I work hard. I just wanted like people, because people like
your resume has the Comedy Store in Hollywood on it, has the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
That's great.
Zany's on it. You got you have on
the
it.
Improv. I got the Wilbur. You brought me to the Wilbur. That's fucking Broadway, but like the Wilbur is
threw you out in the Wilbur, high as fuck, balls of steel. You went out there, you barely fucking walked out there like the penguin. I mean, and somewhere in a comic's mind, no matter what level, that takes a lot of people respect you. I remember one show I did. There was a certain open micer. I want you to think, no names. There was a certain open mic that bugged me. He came to the show in Vegas. I was going to put him up, and he told me he didn't want to go up anymore. Like he just saw it for what it was, and he was packing up and going home or whatever. I don't know how I felt about him after that. Now he's doing stand-up, I hope. But at that time, you have the opportunity of a lifetime. Who cares if you're not ready? Who gives a fuck? That's a lesson for you. I mean, I wasn't fortunate enough for somebody to take me to an arena in the beginning or a theater. I didn't do a theater till I moved to LA, maybe, and I did some rooms with Paul Rodriguez up in North, and they were like, 1,000-seat theaters. I was getting $500, and I would do like 3 theaters in a weekend with him. And I always bombed in those days.
You didn't do well at theaters?
I remember the one weekend, we did a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. Friday, ate a bag of dicks. Saturday, ate a bag of dicks. But Sunday, I went out there and destroyed the room. Some guy fucking knocked on my door and wanted to do blow with me and gave me a rock to take to go. It was insane. It was insane. Like I bombed for 2 nights, but then the third night, it was like a fucking explosion. They went for the material and, things happen.
Do you remember? I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but like, did you do anything different? Like, do you remember changing up like your delivery or?
I remember just being fucking angry that you bombed 2 nights in a row in front of a good booker and in front of a fucking headliner. He didn't watch my shows. It didn't matter, but still, you're there. Somebody believed
Yeah.
you enough to be there. Listen, at the time I was doing spots at the store. I was doing, spots at the Improv, at the Laugh Factory, and he called me one night and goes, "Do you want to go up there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'll never forget, like that Sunday, I just went off. I didn't care where the pieces fall. I was already 0-2. I might as well go down swinging. I wasn't going to get shot down in flames and go down 0-3 on a Sunday night in front of 1,000 people. So I caught
Now
the timing, maybe. It could have been the timing of the theater. It could have been the lights. It could have been that I got a good night's sleep the night before. Could have been a lot of things. I think I wasn't prepared. That's number one. But it's so weird how I always think about this, and I want to cover this with you because you went from a huge market
Uh-huh.
and you went backwards.
Yeah.
And some people would go, "Why don't you stay there or whatever?" But you saw how hard it was to get. I think you're getting more quality stage time here than you would over in LA right now. In LA, you'd still be going up in front of a lot of comics.
Yeah, I'm definitely quantity open mic wise. LA would be, but the quality as far as like actually having audiences
No.
and getting like, because I went honestly like 2 steps back because Boston has a great scene, but it's smaller than LA. And I spent like a year plus in Worcester, and it was but I got better because people were really nice, and like I started to open people, and because do you remember being afraid of doing 20 minutes? 20 minutes was a hard one for me to get over.
I was afraid of doing 20 minutes of Sam Tripoli shows on Tuesday nights. You're in there in front of a full house. I'll never forget this. Like, I was dear friends with the guy who gave you the time and the light and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he would give me the light, dog. I'd just run the fuck out of there. Like, woof, 20 minutes, thank God. Yes, I have, I had a ton of anxiety about 20 minutes.
It's for some reason that one took me a while to like feel like I had enough material for. And like just being up there.
Remember, you could do a quick 20 minutes or you could do a slow 20 minutes. It could be a 20 minutes that's revolved around patience and getting them into a groove, or you could just be so scared like I was 90% of the time. And I would just go out there and rush it just to get it over with, just so I get that $100 bill to go home and snort coke. I mean, just to get that 100 to buy some beers and sit with some people, whatever the fuck it was. I always rushed through my sets, and I didn't become better till I slowed them down. And me slowing them down was my confidence building.
How do you slow an audience down?
That takes years. Because no matter what I tell you, once you go to LA, once you're ready and you go to LA, you're going to bomb a lot in the beginning because you follow so many different styles. It's not like I'm following Lee and I get to adjust to Lee's energy by Friday, which is all I give a fuck about. I'm getting the big envelope. I need to be tip top by Friday and Saturday. So I'll take a beating from Lee on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll figure him out. And by Friday, I'll know how to slip in there. And going on stage at the Comedy Store, Improv, Laugh Factory, one night you follow Dane Cook. One night you follow some Indian kid. I'm saying Indian because they're a little slow paced. They don't know the language that well. So sometimes you got to follow that. Somebody who's Russian and they speak a little slower because they have an accent. Comedy's changing. Comedy's growing. It's not just for white people anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's worldwide now. So I remember still going, where the fuck did I go that I had to follow a really nice, when I did Dangerfields.
Right.
This kid was funny. He was an Indian guy. He was funny, but his gift was that he was slow paced and he kept his volume just a little lower because from watching him, I could see people leaning in to listen. And I'm like, wow, this guy had been doing comedy like 23 years. He did spots around the city. He said they wouldn't give him like the big clubs. He told me he won a contest in New York. And he had a day job. He's like some type of chemist, some Indian kid, you know. But he was very sweet. I'm sorry I forgot his name. But I remember learning something that night. Because I went up there fast and I ate dick for the first 4 minutes until I remembered the tempo. He had sucked them in. He was so good that he had sucked them in on that slow, methodical, I bought a lottery ticket, 55, whatever, you know. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm just trying to be honest. And it was an education. It really is a fucking education. But you're not going to get hit with that till you go to LA or you go to a good open mic where they rotate. You know, if you got 10 good features in Boston and they all go to the same open mic every Monday night, that's good. If the guy who's running the open mics rotates you, obviously if Dane Cook walks in or somebody local from Boston that's a star and they get on stage, they close the room. But you teach everybody. I can't wait till you think you're really, really, really funny. You got a tight 50 minutes and you book yourself out as a headliner in an A room. And that's a big education. That's a tremendous education. That's completely different than you've ever seen before in your fucking life because you're not really a headliner. You're just learning how to put blocks. First, you learn how to do 10s like you're doing right now. Then you learn how to do 20s. And then you're done with that. And then you write another 20. And then you're done with that. And then you write another 20. Now you got yourself an hour, right? You call the booker and go, I got an hour. But now you go out and yes, you're going to learn how to do those 3 20-minute bits, but you're also going to learn how to weave it. That takes about a year and a half, 2 years to learn how to weave that set together. And that's when you become a headliner.
I want to go back because you just kind of blew my mind a little bit with like following someone's energy because I have a few things that I start with, but I think that's sometimes why I have rough sets. Can you like talk like how do you jump in to like someone else's energy? Like what if like they don't do well? Like what if there is no energy? What if there is like it's just that's crazy to think about.
First of all, to learn about energies, your assignment from now on is to go out one night. I don't care who the comic is. If you have a Thursday night off, you're going to go to Laugh Boston, Providence, somewhere local, pay the small $22.50, and I want you to watch that comic. I don't give a fuck who he is. I don't give a fuck if he goes up there with a ukulele. You know, I don't give a fuck because every comic has a different appeal.
Uh-huh.
In 45 minutes because he has a different appeal. Whether he's a comedian that is an AA comic and you're not allowed to drink. So you're doing comedy for sober people that are drinking water and eating pretzels.
I've done that show.
Okay, and sodas. You have so many different variables of comics. You have to watch them all live. See, this age of shit now, you know, we got lazy. We got really lazy. In fact, we got so lazy that something that benefited me, I get mad about. I get mad that my wife will call me and say, hey, honey, what are you doing tonight? Nothing. My friend gave us a reservation for 2 at a steakhouse, and there's a comedy club 2 doors down. We've never done that. Really? Do you know who the comedian is? Well, I just looked him up. I'm going to send you the link to his stand-up. And, you know, right away I go in there prejudgmental. That's why I open at the Comedy Store. You don't know who the fuck you're going to see. But to get back to your question, Lee, energy, you got to watch stand-up live. Watch it once a week. Not to eat, but don't show up at the club like, hi, pay the fucking $20.
Oh, of
Because
course.
you want them to go, why'd you pay? Nah, bro. I'm here to watch the comedy. In fact, I'm gonna sit in the back with a pina colada. You won't even know I'm here. And you watch all three comics. You're gonna see the MC bomb. He's gonna get clunky with the announcements, which suck, but they
Yeah.
also teach you a different muscle, which you won't see till years later. You're gonna see a great feature act, but he doesn't really have 45 minutes. But what he has is very controlled. And then you're going to see a headline of that. You're either going to like him or not, but you're going to go home and write the things you hated and the one thing you liked. And now you're going to find what people see that you don't like him. You may not think he's funny because you watched him on a fucking Netflix special. You didn't catch him Monday night when you went to New York City at the Comedy Cellar at 11:30. That's why when you told me you were going to the cellar, I always bust people's balls. I didn't bust your balls that night. I wanted you to go there and watch.
Right.
You said hello, right?
Yeah. That was a great night. That was because you're right. Like there's a lot of places, but yeah, that would be one of the dreams of a place to go and to see different levels and to see because I'm not good at like energy yet, I guess. But what I do find interesting is like the different levels of laughter between like that you would get versus like my best set. Like just like the levels of laughter like the level comedian can give is like something like it was just crazy to see what like a comic can do with like that level of an audience. Like just that amount of people can make the sound they can make come out of them. It's pretty cool.
It's an art, and I'm happy we do this because I may not be getting on stage, but the last couple of years has given me a chance to reflect. My next book is going to be about stand-up, obviously, about, the questions a comic wants to know at the 3rd-year mark, at the 5-year mark. No pressure. You don't have to be anywhere. This will be something that's going to be for novices, for hobbyists. I encourage more hobbyists in comedy.
Yeah.
There were a lot more hobbyists. To be honest with you, these guys were fucking funny. They had good lives. They made good money. They were college educated. They had a wife, but instead of playing darts or playing golf or, playing fantasy football, their time out was doing comedy. And they would come out like on a Wednesday night to some bar to pick up $100. And then you would see them on a Sunday at a comedy club. And I appreciated those guys because there was no bullshit from them. At the end of the night, they're going home. They're going home and they're going to do what you do every fucking day. Those guys are better comedians sometimes because they're so more in touch with what's really going on, how people that get up at 8 a.m. fucking feel at 9:30 at night.
Absolutely.
We stay out till 2. We get up at 9. We go to fucking deliver whatever, Uber Eats. Till 1, we smoke some pot with the Indian kid. And then you're fucking, writing jokes and then going to fucking get back on stage. I mean, but it's just so weird. I love the hobbyist. So I want to encourage more hobbyists because I think doing stand-up fucking helps you in every field. I know the first time I did stand-up, how I felt. I didn't feel like I was going to be a Hollywood star. I didn't feel like I was going to be Charles Bronson. I didn't feel anything. I felt that a different part of my mind that opened up. It really did. I think
Like
back.
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What was your question?
I was just like, to be honest, I forgot.
No, it's It's very interesting. I forgot too. You threw me to the fucking wolves, Lee. The edibles are finally. I got to be honest with you. I ate those edibles. I ate 5 of them, and I fucking got sick for a minute there. I had to sit down. That's why I drank this fucking mukyak juice, this fucking prime, because I just ran and got something. I sat down. I watched fucking Houston strike out with 3 men on, with bases loaded, and I didn't feel good. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to cancel this. I got THC intoxication. I poisoned myself. But then I did a couple bong hits, and I'm back like herpes. You know what I'm saying? That was all a figment of my imagination, Jackson.
When's the last time you puked from edibles?
When I puked on that one street driving home. We still lived on Compton.
Oh, it's been that long?
Yeah. I was still in my amateur mode of edibles. I was just eating them till I fucking got sick.
Dude, those two, I passed out on one of those 200s. Did I tell you that? Like the next day, the ABXs.
When was this?
Maybe a year ago, something like that. I took a 200.
You woke up? You woke up, took a piss, and passed out?
Yeah. Fucking.
That's exactly what happened?
Exactly. As I was taking a piss, like the next day, I woke up and it never happened before, and I just went right down.
That's what happens. That's the power of ABX, Jack. When you were talking about something about like how edibles used to come.
Uh-huh.
Like it gave me a memory of me, John, and Ralphie going to a Dodger game one day. It was fucking 90 degrees. Ralphie got these sensational tickets, but little did he know we were in the sun, Jack.
Oh, no.
And I mean fucking bacon in the sun. And before Ralphie picks me up, there was a weed shop next to Duke's, the breakfast joint.
Right.
And one music place on the corner there, the real Whiskey A Go-Go, I think. It's Whiskey, another music venue, then it's Duke's, another building. Then there was a weed store. And that weed store had a refrigerator. This is way before I met you, Lee. When you walked in there, they had a refrigerator the size of like a fucking Snapple refrigerator, the pizza joint.
Right.
And it was filled with fucking cakes and brownies and, apple turnovers and nobody knew. Nobody went in there and go, hi, excuse me, what's the milligram on those? Fuck no. Either you bought the cake or you didn't. And there was sometimes when you ate a piece of cake, it didn't get you high. So you ate another piece of cake and you were fucking done. Like I still remember them carrying Silent Bob, Felipe's friend, out of the boxing gym, and his feet were dragging because we didn't know the strength of edibles back then. This has to be 2008, 2009. We were just eating shit. We were just eating shit, Lee. And wherever the pieces fell, they fucking fell. But we went to that fucking Dodger game with a bag. They let Ralphie walk in with the fucking bag.
They bring food in.
Of chocolate cakes and fucking, So we're burning under the sun and this shit's starting to melt. This shit's 110 degrees. So I'll never forget, we're fucking eating cakes, puddings. They had everything. Fucking chocolate brownies with coconut on it. God knows, Lee, how much sugar me and those fucking guys ate that day. And then we couldn't take the sun no more. So we got out of there and we walked to the car. Forget it. 3 sheets to the fucking wind.
Holy shit. And you have no idea.
And barfing that night. Ooh. But I didn't barf from the fucking reefer. I barfed from all the fucking sugar.
Oh, you think so?
It's like when you get sick from alcohol. Think about what you drank the night before. If you were drinking Tahiti fucking Reds with Hawaiian Punch, you're going down, bitch. You know how much sugar is in that fucking Hawaiian Punch? It's not the alcohol that kills you. It's the fucking sugar. You're drinking rum and cokes all fucking night like Fidel Castro. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to wake up feeling tip-top Magoo. Not even liquid IV could save you then. You got to do like a real IV, and they got to rub your feet. That's too much fucking sugar.
That's crazy. Do you know? That's why I drank Diet Coke and Maker's Mark, because one time I went to one of those cheap. I didn't know it was cheap, but I went to like a open bar thing in Vegas to watch like one of the Cormier John Jones fights, and I was drinking regular Coke and Maker's Mark, and they of course water the drinks down. So like I felt sick from all the sugar. I've never had figured that out before.
You know, I used to go to this joint in Miami across from Improv in Coconut Grove. Fucking tremendously. They were frosted drinks, like smoothies, but they had one that was 140 proof.
Damn.
And it was red. There was a red one that I drank and a brown one looking one. It was 140 fucking proof. It was red. You know how many times I woke up and the sink was red and I was ready to call 911 because I thought I was bleeding internally? But when you wake up, you have a headache for 2 days. And it's not for the fucking 140 because I was burning it off with cocaine. This is the fucking the sugar. It was the sugar from those smoothie drinks and shit. So you live and you fucking learn. But that's why, getting to the original point, that's why I like ABX edibles. At the end of the day, I'm not eating 3,000 calories. They allow me to eat 3,000 calories later. But if I got to ingest 3,000 calories to get high, I don't want to be a part of that organization.
Right. Absolutely. No, ABX are the best.
This is why when people come to me, I go, listen, this is why Tom talk about it. I've killed people with those things.
Oh,
Except for you. You're my brother. You know I love you. I never killed you with those things. But
no,
anyway,
never. I definitely didn't have a hotel 5 minutes down the road, but ended up sleeping at your house.
Who cares? It happens. You were tired. Sometimes I don't want to drive either. You know, I'm a lot happier this week.
Oh, good.
Well, you know, they fucking said I got the fucking whatever the fuck in my lung. So they put me on the antibiotics and some other shit to clean me out. It's a 2-week treatment with the antibiotics. So I feel better. But I'll tell you what I did, Lee. For those 8 weeks, I was getting, for like 6 weeks, I was getting these palpitations. My backs were hurting. I just had so many it was just mental shit. So I continued working out and walking and hitting the bag. But I stopped going to jiu-jitsu because you got to walk upstairs to get there. And then when you're there, like I have a hard time as it is. I was like, I don't want to have a heart attack. And I'm a fat fuck and they got to carry me down those stairs. Because you can have 20 jiu-jitsu guys, then they got to pick me up and hold me down those stairs. At some point, they're just going to drop me and I'm going to roll down the stairs like a fat fuck with a jiu-jitsu gi on. I need that on TMZ. So I was
How
like,
often do you think this is going to happen?
Because, man, I know how hard I work in that class and how I feel when I leave there. And I know that sometimes I do shit in there that I have to get up and take a walk and pee because I go there to, stay healthy. There's a bunch of young guys there. I still keep the mentality. At my age, jiu-jitsu is completely different. You're not looking to fucking submit. You're just looking to stay alive, roll around, but you have to do it perfectly. Because if I go in on a Monday, like yesterday, and I become King Kong, then I'm not going to make it on Wednesday. So on Mondays, I just drill now. And I took one of the younger guys and we did some situational stuff. I was there. I took my little Whoop watch, went up to fucking 10. So I'm happy. That gives me the rest of the week. I got an option to lift today or to go back to class. And at least I lived another day. So the next time I go to class, I'll focus on drilling and I'll roll a little more. And then Friday I'll roll because I got the weekend to recover. So it becomes something else. I got to fucking go to red light therapy and sweat my balls off. The other day, I looked down, and under my nutsack, there was a little puddle, like a little inch, like this puddle, and it was direct sweat from my nut juice. I think there must have been like a coating of fat around my nuts, and the red light therapy just burned it off. I looked down. I was tempted to pick it up and sniff it like Ozzy in the Motley Crue movie. But I was like, let's leave bygones be bygones. I sweat so much that motherfucker. I do yoga in there. I breathe, I stretch. I sit for the first, it's 34 minutes at 151 or something, right?
Really?
Yeah.
And is it something you lay in? How does it work? How do you do yoga in it? Or is it a room?
It's a fucking private little steam bath. Okay. And it's not really a steam bath, it's red light therapy, but you're in there so long that you fucking start sweating your balls off. So when I first off, let's get the party started, right? I go in there early. Sometimes I go late, but I'll try to go in there like when I say early, it opens at 9. I'll get there like 10:30, 10:15, because I do 34 minutes and it lets me to come home, take a shower, put my gi on and go to jiu-jitsu. It opens up your breathing. But before I do anything, I fucking go in that backyard and I do like fucking 8 bongs, ba 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 boom. Right off the bat, like a soldier, right? Let me tell you a quick story. So yesterday I'm in the backyard. It's like 5 PM, and I'm just blasting fucking bongs. The big freeze pipe, the good freeze pipe I show you. In fact, I got to rotate him. My lungs are getting used to that one. I got to use a different design to blow them back into limbo. So I'm out there and I'm doing these bong hits, but I notice, fuck, when I blow the smoke out, the wind is taking it and it's really spreading out.
Right.
And I must have done like 3 of those hits in a row where you're killing the same fucking chamber. And it was one big cloud of smoke. And there's some dude walking his dog like a like a 66-year-old dude walking his dog. And he's walking like, he's thinking about Lawrence Welk music. He's thinking about, 1950 when he was. And all of a sudden he saw the cloud of smoke, Lee, and he held on to his dog. Right? And then he looked around and he saw me in the yard under the fucking thing where you can see out, but you can't see in. And I'm out there doing bong hits, and he's looking at something black, and he's seeing smoke come out.
Wait, are you blowing some more smoke at him while he's still there? Oh my God.
I'm trying to scare this guy to call like 911. And I swear to God, he looked like twice, and then he walked by. And as he was walking by, I popped up like a dude, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he just fucking ran by. All right. So Thursday night, I did something that my friends call me. You know what I'm saying? They want to do stuff, but I got to put the pieces together because Thursday night is movie night at my house. Like this Thursday, we're going to see the De Niro, whatever movie. And it's me, my daughter, and my wife. We're going to sit there for 3 fucking hours. So after tonight, I won't eat no edibles after tonight.
To prepare?
Huh?
To prepare?
Yeah. 3 hours in a movie theater. You either need a couple edibles or a left hook. That's a long fucking time. Your hemorrhoid gets to develop in that motherfucker. So last Thursday night, I planned, there was no movie to go see. I'm not going to see no fucking Taylor Swift movie. My daughter don't want to see it. My wife don't want to see it, so we got saved from going to the movies. So last week, I planned with a couple of my old school buddies, Sharps, Conti, and my friend DeFuso to meet at my other buddies. He's a manager at this restaurant in Hackensack called Forte's. Lee, fucking delicious.
Oh, yeah?
And I went old school in there. They had a lot of dishes that I wanted to try, but I only eat, I had a cup and a half of pasta fazool with some Italian bread, and then I had a piece of lasagna that was so good, but yet again, so fucking rich, fucking delicious. And I think the owner said to me, very nice people, the owners, because my buddy's the general manager, whatever the fuck he does in there. My buddy's doing a great job. The restaurant is fucking beautiful. But for some reason, as I was walking in, I put the whistle in my pocket. I walk into the bar. I say hello. My buddy goes, "Hey, stupid." I turn around. I haven't seen him since I moved here. I give him a big hug. We grew up together. And as we're talking, another friend of mine comes in. I hug him. Let's get a table. And also my other buddy walks in. So the 4 of us are there. We were waiting on one of the guys, Sabatino, the kid who cried during the fucking when I had the porno when I was 13 and he was like 10. That guy, he's back in my life, and I love it. He's crazier than ever. So
he's back in your life.
Yeah, he just popped back up after like a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Anyway, yeah. Anyway. Anyway.
So you brought the whistle?
I brought the whistle, was sitting there, and the owner, a sweetheart of a guy, and my friend, the manager, are eating dinner with us. And cracking jokes at the table, laughing. Now, my friends know I got a whistle, but the owner and my buddy don't know I have a whistle. And I hit the whistle twice. They both got up at the same time and ran because they thought the fire alarm had gone off. So me and my buddies are howling. And I'm like, don't say nothing. They sit down again. I hit them with another whistle. Like 8 minutes later, they're both like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? You know,
You're terrorizing New Jersey.
Huh?
You're terrorizing New Jersey. Yeah, you see it? Like, who brings a whistle and your buddy works there? That's so fucking. Oh my god.
Look, I'm 60. I'm half retarded. And I gotta kill time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to have a good time and keep it together. That's it.
It's a good birthday card.
And if it's a whistle, fuck it. So be it. What do you want me to drive around with a fucking BB gun and shoot people at the bus stop?
No, I'm really happy you're not doing that. I didn't know you had to bring a whistle around, though.
Listen, when you bring a whistle around in these times, it keeps people in check, especially that whistle. It's fucking tremendous. Sometimes I do it, my daughter jumps up in the car. She don't even see me go. But anyway, Lee, I got to drop this on you.
What's up?
So me and my 3 buddies sit down, 4 buddies, we're talking, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden my buddy says to me, hey, behind you is your old buddy, Mike Bertoli. Fucking, I know Mike since I'm a kid. Great guy. Turn around, he's with his mom. She's like 100. She still looks good, though. And Mike looks at me and I go, and he gets up. He gives me a hug. Good to see you, all this shit. Last time I saw him at a wake when I came back here. And I'm hugging him. And I'm looking at this dude. And he's looking at me, pointing at me, Lee. So I'm like, oh, no. I got to deal with this fucking guy. He's going to want a picture. I'm just about to sit down and eat and order. I looked a little closer at him, and I'm like, holy fuck. That's my old CYO coach from the 8th grade.
Basketball?
Yep. His name was Steve Rubinaccio. He was my coach at St. Michael's. The assistant coach was Steve Acciardi.
Holy shit.
And, dog, we held each other. I cried because I knew Rube when my mother was alive. Like, I knew Rube, and I used to always break his balls. I would always, when I was playing for him, I'd always go, because he was a cameraman. He was a young kid.
I was going to say.
If I was fucking 13, he had to be 19, 20.
Oh, shit. Okay.
21, and he was already a cameraman on Good Morning America.
Oh, that's cool.
Every time I would see him, I go, dog, when are you going to get me on Good Morning America? I just wanted a job in that industry. I didn't know where to start. I go, let me go in there and carry shit for you. And he would laugh. And I'll never forget when I got sober, partly in 85, I actually called him. Like, I hadn't seen him since like 80, which I'll get back to. And I called him in 85 and I'm like, hey, Rube, what's the story with that job? He's like, are you going to fucking stop with this shit? I can't just get you a job. Because I knew people who were stage handlers over there. And I knew that I didn't know if there were big shots over there. I wasn't sure. But anyway, to make a long story short, he told me, he goes, you didn't get on Good Morning. I didn't get you on Good Morning America. But you got on the stage anyway on your own. So I'm proud of you. And then we sat. He had his wife with him and another couple, so I didn't want to bother him. And then at one point he walked over and he goes, you know what I was just thinking about? The time you and that other North Bergen guy robbed all the fucking boosters Do you remember that? And I go, yes, I do. We must have taken 800 stickers. In those days, we called them boosters. They were fucking stickers. You stuck them on your window that said, I support St. Michael CYO or Johnny Banana's Temple, whatever the fuck it was.
And you sold them?
I sold like 200 at my mother's bar. And then he shut it down the following Monday at practice. He's like, I'm going to close the door and make believe. I don't know who did it. Tonight, by the time we leave here for practice, I want the fucking all the stickers back. So me and the other dudes put them back. If we took 800, there was probably 600 in there. They took the loss, but nobody went to jail.
That's crazy. That he remembered you from 8th grade.
And there was a quiet dude there that used to be a little chubbier. He didn't start, but when he played fucking tough. And I'll never forget one night we were stoned practicing in there on a Monday night because we used to always practice on a Monday night. But after we got together, after we started knowing each other, we knew that some of us got high. And we'd vow to get high and then put Visine in our eyes and your mother's cologne. And we go to practice and giggle as fuck. And one night, we were high as fuck, me, Louie, Whitey, and somebody's going to take the ball out to throw, like somebody's going to take the ball out, like to bounce pass to somebody.
Right.
And this kid that was a big, chubbier kid went to steal the ball. So my buddy picked up the ball like he was going to throw it, and homie jumped up, but at the same time, his mouth was open, right? And my other buddy goes, look at him. He thinks it's a meatball. He just busted out on the floor, and I'm sure he was embarrassed. Well, I hope I don't bump into that dude today. That dude was Frankie Winters. That dude played with fucking Brett Favre. He fucking was his center over there all those years. That guy was an all-star forever, a pro bowler.
Holy shit.
To become somebody. And that's what he said. He goes, I can't believe out of all the years I coached, I ended up with a fucking center and a fucking comedian. I don't even know why I told you that. Who gives a fuck?
It's cool to see, like, I mean, like, how many years has it been since your mom passed?
40 something.
And
I haven't seen him. Then he told the story. He goes, the last time I saw you, he goes, when I heard from you, he goes, I heard from you years later. But he goes, I must have saw you. He was trying to give me the date. I couldn't figure it out that night, but I know the last time he saw me. And he goes, you were sweating. You didn't look good. And all I could see was your eyes were pitch black. You were up to no good. So
it's just cool. It must feel nice to have him see like how well you've done and just like to remember being in 8th grade. Like, cause wasn't that like the last year you did basketball? Like, I think like you tried in freshman year, but you didn't make it.
You know, I went down there. I had to go down there for something. I had to go into the middle of Union City. And I purposely went that way to look at where Holy Rosary Academy was for girls, Bergen Line. Then you crossed over and it was St. Michael's. There was a girl I used to date that her parents owned the house there right across the street from the church. And I remember that when I went, this is maybe, I got here in August and I went up there maybe in February. And I went down that street and I was heartbroken. All that shit was gone, except the pizza place that we went to around the corner was still there. I mean, it wasn't owned by Enzo or whatever the name is anymore.
Right.
But it was amazing how now it's Obama High School. They got that. They got Emerson. They got the 2 high schools and turned them into one, you know. So, whatever. It's a different fucking place right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
What are your plans for the week? What shows do you have? Talk
this week. I have 2 cool things. The next 2 Wednesdays I have shows. One in Wilbraham in a barn, which I think it's like a local thing. It's been fucking awesome. And next Wednesday I'm at Off the Rails in Worcester, but then I'm seeing Dave Chappelle this week. I'm excited to see him. I'm seeing him.
And he has a lot of comments with him.
I'm excited to see all of his openers. I've
Donnell,
heard he go.
he's gonna have Lunel, Donnell.
Oh, Lunel's gonna be there too.
Hopefully, she's been going on this tour,
Oh shit, that'd be cool.
and that's gonna
Well,
be tremendous because Dave is very low key.
right.
Dave's genius, even since '94. The first time I saw him at well, not the first time, but the first time I saw him like in a comedy club was at the Boston Comedy Club. It was a Monday night open mic that they weren't going to put me on, Jack. I just went as, like I told you, a spectator. And I remembered that what impressed me most about Dave then, and now he's the chief of, is his patience on stage. Even though he's dying to tell you the joke, he knows he has to be patient. And that is lethal. That is a great attitude to have. That you're so confident in your material that you're going to slow the pace down and watch before you hit, like Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just sitting there right now with the tanks. I don't know. It's going to get ugly, but it's the same thing. That's a good stand-up comedy. Because stand-up comedy is really an act. Okay? It's a person that you fucking become. Okay? It's somebody that you become. It's somebody who you want. I mean, that's how I looked at it.
Okay.
This is me every day. People contact me, or they contact me for podcast stuff, but it's an act. For me, I made it real. I incorporated my life in there.
Right.
Which is difficult sometimes, but I still had to push through it because I know that was where the comedy was. That was where the real comedy was. That's where I touched you. You know, I see podcasts now, even ours. You know, listen, we're just doing a check-in here. I'm not looking to fucking nothing here. I enjoy doing this with you anyway. I get to see you. I get to make sure you're not eating hummus. I get to see what's going on with you, and we get to talk. But even podcasts have kind of become like we're just talking here. When I did anything I did, whether it was stand-up, the storytelling, the church, or whatever, I always tried to slow you down. I wanted you to find the comedy and the pain. You know what I'm saying? Did I know I was doing it at the time? Not really, but I felt something different from when I was doing comedy before and going up there and doing a Rodney Dangerfield impression.
Because you were talking earlier in the podcast about like that night that you came back and you were angry, and you used to tell a joke like you like to get people to piss you off before you went on stage.
Absolutely.
Like, is that?
Absolutely. I said, you got to do something to light a fire under you, to get your message out, right? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to let people know you're a funny motherfucker, right? So when I'm going off with you, you and I both know it, that while I'm going off, I'm fucking laughing at myself for going off, for acting how I'm doing it.
Are you really? I didn't know that.
Oh my God. I got into a situation about 10 days ago that I went old school Joey Diaz. I regret it. I feel very bad. But when I got in the car, as mad as I was, I giggled about the things that I said. They were not rehearsed. They were not written. Nothing. It was pure gold. I said like 3 things that even I said, oh my God, where'd I come up with that? And people have no idea. If you go to the Judy Carter workbook, it says exercises to do. And there's a whole thing in there about write about what you hate. And when I first got that book, when I first got into comedy, even when I used to read it, I would do all the other exercises and it took me like 4 or 5 years. I was Johnny Know-It-All, like every other comic. Seinfeld was popular at the time, so we were all trying to be a little Seinfeldish. I've said to you that I had a suit on at first I was trying to be Seinfeld and Lenny Clark with a little fucking flair. But the section I liked the most of the Judy Carter book was, she goes, write 5 things that fucking anger you. And at the time, when I started doing the exercise, obviously I'm going through a fucking custody battle. So that I would look at it the next day and go, I can't go up there. At that time, I couldn't go up there and talk about a custody battle. I was not prepared.
Do you think you could now?
As a comedian.
Because I was going to ask you, like, how do you, my only concern with that would be like being too negative. Because like sometimes when I'm angry about something, it comes off as angry and like not funny.
Well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. The great Doug Stanhope. When I say the great Doug Stanhope, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. The great Doug Stanhope once told me that the reason why comedy is good is because no matter what happens, you could go up there and talk about it. Whether it's your mother getting hit by a car or whether it's your daughter graduating the 8th grade. You have to find the humor in those realms. And that's why he's a great fucking comic. A lot of people are going to listen to this and go, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Joey. Think about it. This is why every day you have material. This is why every day, if there's an open mic, you should be down there. I don't want you to get on stage and talk about the Jewish and the Hamas. That's not comedy. That's what we're listening to when we turn on every fucking channel. I want you to talk about how this affects you. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? If there's a war in the Middle East, you know we're going to have a problem getting hummus in this motherfucker. These people are going to have to be going back to onion dip. You know, whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But that's what's great about comedy. You can talk about the good stuff and you can talk about the fucking bad stuff. But I want you to talk about what gets you angry. So here I was doing knock-knock jokes in a San Francisco stage. Honest. I'm doing comedy at this time, I don't know. Let's clock it at 15 fucking years, which is about right. And I'm going on stage talking about stuff that's kind of funny. I'm a feature act. I'm at the store. I'm good enough to be at the store, but something was missing. And before I go on stage, I look at Brian Redman and Rogan and Eddie and whatever. And if there were 6 of them, 4 of them had the same phone. And for some reason, that would piss me off to no end. I don't know. I'm old school Cuban guy. This had to be 15 fucking years ago. You want to judge me for this? I just didn't like it. It wasn't in my realm that 4 dudes had the same phones and they put it to each other and look at their phones. It drove me up a fucking wall. Do you understand me?
No.
And I would go up there and I would look at the phones and I realized that when I would look at the phones, I killed that night. When I had that pre-thought of the phones, like 2 minutes before I went on stage, the guy would come up and go, Joey, we're going to give him the light now. And as I was getting up, getting ready, you know, going, and they go knock him dead and shit. I'm looking at the phone. Like the first 2 nights, I did great because I got mad at the phones. You know what night I fucking destroyed that audience? And you know that I ate dick at that place. I was there. I was there 10 years at 5 shows. If I did 60 shows there, I can honestly look everybody in the face here and tell you I ate 45 bags of dick.
No.
San Francisco, straight up. Straight up. I've been bombing at Cobb's since day one. I've been bombing at Cobb's. You understand me? They just didn't dig me, and then I made them dig me. I learned how to fucking, so now when Rogan had shows up there, they'd add shows, I'd fucking come out attacking. I failed sometimes, but I experimented. But the night I literally destroyed them was the night I actually looked at those guys, and I'm like, what are you, a bunch of fucking fags? The fuck is wrong with you fucking guys with matching fucking phones? It's 2009. You motherfuckers got matching phones around me. There was an incident with a computer one night that they didn't want to close, and I broke it. All nights I had the best sets of my life.
I just want to clarify something. Were you just sitting in the green room and it was like silent, or they were just talking about jujitsu or something, and you just started going off about phones?
What's that?
And they like you just randomly out of nowhere brought up the phones and started going from like 0 to 100.
They're doing jumping jacks. They're talking about minerals, whatever the fuck they're talking about. And I'm sitting there like, I got to go up in 8 minutes. And these motherfuckers are talking about minerals and the things on their phones that their phones do. And then they put their phones down, and just looking at those 4 phones, I would have fucking deep, deep anger. Like I would just think about, I don't know why. It just burnt me the fuck up that they had 4 matching phones. In fact, that was one of the things I told Eddie Bravo when I told him Rogan was in the CIA. That fucking, remember when they had the matching phones? He's like, yeah, you're right. The lung feels great, cocksucker. But yeah, I discovered that the night I actually, now, there was a bunch of guys that could turn me into a pretzel in there. They were laughing their fucking asses off. They were laughing their fucking ass. I'm calling them fags. Look at you. What's next? Pink shoes? You know, what the fuck? And they're dying of laughter because they knew where it was coming from. And then one day somebody actually got mad at me. And when I got on stage, Joe explained to them, it's all an act. It's all an act. He's going to come back in that door and he's not even going to mention, he's going to give you a hug and tell you he's sorry and that he was fucking with you because he wanted to get fired up because he was going on stage. I will start anything with you just to get hot to go on stage. At that time, and I still need it. I don't want nobody in there, but I do because they're going to irritate me. They're either going to bring hummus in there or olives, or they're going to bring their grandmother in there and I can't smoke dope. There's always something that has to irritate me, even though on any other day, I would giggle at it because I got to get the Spanish blood boiling to dig into. I want the people to hear what I'm really fucking talking about. Not the knock jokes I was writing.
Right. That's great.
Like I'm fired up. Now I got to get out of here and do like 10 more bong hits. How long we been on here? I think it's time, cocksucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. They are what they are. We're just having a good time here. We ain't making you no promises. We ain't telling you no lies. Tell them, Lee. Drop some knowledge on these bitches. Where you at tonight?
Tonight, I'm fucking staying here. I took a lot of those.
No, where you at this week?
Oh, this week like I said, I'm in Wilbraham. I'm sorry, I don't know more. It's a barn. You know what I'm talking about if you live there. It's a cool. It's like a really cool place. And then next week, Wednesday the 25th, I'm off the rails in Worcester, 8 o'clock.
Between you and I, this barn.
Yes.
You make a little money with Jewish lightning. You want to make a statement? What are you doing?
I don't think you can after you talk about it on a podcast.
It's a barn. All you gotta do is fart on the fucking hay, and that place is going up.
Oh, it doesn't have hay. It's a nice place.
Oh, it's a nice place. All right.
Yeah, thank God. I'm done doing shows in places with hay.
Like I said, it's always very nice to talk to you during the weekend. You know, like I said, I'm not a full-time comic no more, but I'll always be a fucking comic, and I like doing this with you. I like talking
a lot of
to you
fun.
a week when you hit me. You know, what should I do? Should I send them an email? No, send them a fucking joint. Send them a picture of a fucking 21-year-old with bottle rockets in a fucking asshole. Then he might. I don't know when they're gonna call you back, Lee.
Right.
You know what? If you don't submit that email, you're not creating anything because sometimes you might send me an email for some shit because, you know, somebody told you if you work for the clubs, and all of a sudden you might not hear from me, but you might hear from somebody else with the better offer. And you're going to go, how the fuck did you hear about me? He goes, the guy you sent the email to, Joey Diaz, he sent his package to me. And so always send the package, always make the call. Let them tell you fucking no. Always be the aggressor, because in stand-up comedy, the first 5 years, if you're not the aggressor, I don't want you standing outside their house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you standing outside the house telling them you want to rub their feet and paint their fucking house. Not at all. I just want you to tell them, introduce yourself, send them the package. Don't send them a bottle of wine. Don't be a suck ass. Yes, if Lee tells you to call him, drop Lee's name. If I tell you, Lee, call him, drop his name. He told me to tell you to drop his name, and he'll know who you are. If not, you take your chances. Your goal every week is to get on stage at this level. But your goal also is to make a notebook and write all the people you call. And you got to make at least 5 calls a day. That's 25 calls a week from Monday to Friday. Some people are going to hang up on you. You're going to get a lot of voice message. You're going to get a lot of, your call has been redirected to a voicemail that has not been set up yet, or whatever other excuse. But just that energy of you calling, that creates something. Trust me, I was the king of that motherfucker. I'm telling you this from experience.
Because that's I think it would be a great thing to talk about in your book is I never want to bother anybody. So if you're making 25 calls a week, you're only calling one person one time a week, right? You're not calling someone every day.
Listen, man, you're looking for work. You're always looking to meet new people, rekindling old ideas, and trying to get work from people you've worked for before. You have to balance that. I'm exaggerating at first because I want you to think that way, that every day you got to make a call, Jack. Every day. Every day some guy's going to go, you're going to go do an open mic tomorrow night? Correct?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
When you go off stage, some guy's going to come up to you and go, hey, man, you ever playing fucking whatever? No. Give this guy a call. I'll call him tonight and tell him you're fucking great. You just did 20 minutes and you crushed here. He'd love to have you. It's $200 a hotel, and they give you a fucking Red Lobster dinner. What do you're not looking to conquer the world. You're just looking. So you never know what move you're making. But again, nothing happens on the fucking couch. So I'd rather go. That's why I said to you, even if that one night, I want you to go watch comedy. Go in as a civilian. You're not looking for a guest set. You're not looking for nothing. You want to sit in the back like I did. The privilege I did, that I had, that not a lot of other comics had, that once I finished with my set early on, I went to the Comedy Store, smoked dope, and sat in the back. And I'd watch 4 or 5 comics in a row while I drank a water and a big fucking Coke. Yeah, I snorted Coke later after my set, because I used to go up at 1 a.m. then. But my real pleasure down there, and the real reason why I learned, was because I'd sit there, average of 4 nights a week for an hour. And I made myself watch live comedy. Live comedy. So you could see everything. And I like what you do. From time to time, you go see a band.
Every once in a while, I try to definitely do a bunch of stuff. I always watch whenever I'm lucky enough to open for somebody. I always stay in the room and watch their set.
All right. Well, listen, you keep doing what you're doing. You call me during the week. I got shit to do and people to see. All right. My
love you, buddy.
Out the wall here. I love you. Have a good week, and we'll talk in fucking 2 hours.
Love you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
I love you guys. All right. Stay black.